Darcy Charwa has a chance right now. He scores! The senior wins it. Darcy Charwa beats Robert Schultz, and ASU makes it 29 in a row over their rivals.
Happy Halloween and welcome into WCSN's coverage of ASU hockey alongside Brett Deckert and Dominic Catronio. I'm Josh Franz. We have the Colorado State Rams against the first-ranked Arizona State Sun Devils here tonight. Guys, the Sun Devils are getting a lot of talent back on the ice. Who are you excited to see tonight?
Well, tonight I'm excited to see the return of Con Heckel matched with Fez Khan. The two line mates came into the season. Con didn't exactly perform up to par as they expected. The two have played together last year. They've got that chemistry. They've got that rapport together. It'll be exciting to see. Maybe Con can get on track, get some of that scoring we're used to, and Heckel can start dishing him the puck, pad his own assist stats.
Absolutely, I agree with. I like to see Con and Heckel back together. I'm excited to see the debut of Eric Rivard tonight for the Sun Devils. He's been out most of the year with a shoulder injury, and it's good to see somebody who's been missing so much time. He's been there on the bench. He's been at all the games, supporting his team, finally getting on the ice tonight in the third line from the left wing.
And that line will be interesting to watch. You got Murphy, Rivard. Those two guys, they played together. They've got a report, and that's gonna be a fast, quick, speedy line, and very skilled.
And with Murphy centering that line, so it'll be exciting to see what the freshman can do.
Exactly.
Right, Ostertag will be right along those two. Should be an interesting line to watch, as are all the Sun Devil lines tonight. But guys, they're playing against a Colorado State team tonight in Colorado later this weekend who aren't at the top of the ACHA. So what can they do this weekend to prepare them for Minot State next week?
Well, I wouldn't be going into this game focused on Minot State at all. I think you want to treat this as a regular game, as if it is almost Minot State. Play your game, because next weekend when you are playing that number 2 ranked team, you're going to want to do the same thing you're doing here. You're playing one game at a time, regardless of the opponent. So yes, it's understandable that they're not playing that top talent, but you can't go into a game thinking about that, because, well, then you're not going to play like you're playing against that top level talent. So you leave yourself more open to a loss.
Well, when you look at the last 3 opponents that will be heading into the Minot State game from Arizona State, it'll be NAU, Colorado State, and Colorado. 3, not to bash on them, but subpar teams, teams that are much lower in talent level than ASU, and then they have to go and get a wake-up call with the number 2 team in the nation coming into town. What they have to play like is play against Delaware in the second game against them. The Blue Hens came out and played hard in the second game, proving, hey, look, we know you've got your whole team back, but we're going to come out and punch you in the nose. We're going to play hard, and they forced that game in the overtime before the Colin Heckel game winner. So they have to be prepared for whatever opponent they are facing here, and if they, come out unexpected, unprepared, you never know. It could see a result, maybe not what ASU exactly wants to have heading into Minot.
Could be a trap game. You never know.
Right, well, they have to take care of business here tonight. What do the Sun Devils need to do specifically in order to win?
Play their game. They're one of the best passing teams I've seen. They're quick, they're speedy, they're not too physical. So maybe Colorado State comes out here with that physical approach, knock him out of the game, stick to it. Stick to your game plan. Number 1 in the country for a reason. They know how good they are. We've seen how good they are. They can score 10 to 15 goals. So stick to what they're good at. Use your skill and use your speed.
I mean, when your goal differential is 83 to 14 on the year, you're doing something right. You're putting shots on the net. That's what you're doing. And one of the things they're also doing that's kind of lost under the radar, they're barely allowing any shots. They're making it really easy on goalies. Tonight we'll see D'Elia. We'll also see Levin probably this weekend. It's making it such an easy job for these guys, and Levin actually leads the ACHA in goals allowed and also save percentage.
Right. They've been great all year, both goalies in net. We'll see if they can put it together tonight as the Sun Devils are able to continue their undefeated ways. We'll do puck drop in just a minute. For Brett Deckert, Dominic Catronio, I'm Josh Franz. We'll be back right after the break.
Past is the past, It's a new day, bro. My day. You gotta do it now. Gotta stay on my grind, 'cause it's my time. My time, my time. If you with me, let me hear you say. If you with me, let me hear you say.
His zone, not the way the Sun Devils want to go. His shot, he scores! Colin Heckel, power play goal, and who else? The captain. 3 seconds, almost here. Colin Heckel is going to get a shorthanded chance of his own. Captain Canada steps in, he scores! Colin Heckel with with another shorthanded goal this season. Colin Heckel bursts into the zone, cuts away, center, scores! Colin Heckel-esque. Ball turnover, Delinsky has some room, he scores! Delinsky going top shelf.
I'ma put it on the line 'cause it's my time. Gotta stay on my grind 'cause it's my time. My time, my time, my time. If you with me, let me hear you say it. If you with me, let me hear you say it. It's my time.
Young launch when he scores! Jordan Young just like that. The cannon! Pass, McAuliffe had the rush. Back Delinsky. McAuliffe, a shot, he scores! Danny McAuliffe.
Ain't worried about the past 'cause that was yesterday. I'ma put it on the line 'cause it's my time. Gotta stay on my grind 'cause it's my time. My time, my time, my time. If you with me, let me hear you say it. If you with me, let me hear you say it. It's my time.
How do we educate in a rapidly changing world?
How can we create a sustainable way of life?
How can we teach peace?
Arizona State University. Rise to the challenges before us.
Become the voice for those who don't have one. Be the eyes for those who can't see. Listen to the story for those who can't hear. Explore the world so others can as well. Become a journalist. Start here. ASU's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. Your story begins here.
Hello, friends. Here at WCSN, we have a tradition of anchor tryouts.
The ASU Arizona State football team is getting ready to gear up for the start of their football campaign.
The ASU football team is getting ready to head into camp to get their season underway.
The ASU football team is gearing up for their 2013 season.
Friends, it's a tradition unlike any other.
The ASU football team is gearing up for their 2013 season.
This is WCSN.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in the Oceanside Ice Arena, Tempe, Arizona, the site, as the number 18 Colorado State Rams are in town to take on the number 1 ranked and undefeated Arizona State Sun Devils. Nick Merrick alongside Austin Controllus on color on behalf of the entire group of Cronkite Sports, bringing you tonight's coverage of an ACHA battle on Halloween. So happy Halloween to all listeners tuning in. Unfortunately, you saw in the pregame no Halloween.
No costumes from us. No costumes on the ice either. I was hoping Coach Powers would dress up tonight, but that didn't happen.
Might be some tall orders. It's a big weekend for both these programs. Heckel with the puck off the draw, trying to get a pass up to Fez Khan. He's offsides, though, and slammed from behind by Hunter Clark.
Colorado State, Nick comes in here. You mentioned the number 18 team in the country, currently sitting at 3-8 in ACH play. You count their scrimmages against some junior teams that put them at 7-8, but in ACHA 3-8, they're 1-2 at home this year, 2-6 on the road. Have had a pretty tough schedule though here to start this season with some top teams in the ACHA.
Well, that's why they're credited with that 18th ranking, because they play in the Division I ACHA Showcase. Also, the first year these Colorado programs are playing D1 hockey. Tempe
sticks one aside, chased down by Clark. He's going to have it deep into the zone for Colorado State. The Rams looking to get the offense out. That one over to Mai as Connor can't control. Arizona State quickly the other way. McGinty a pass to Fez Khan. Drops one back. Here's a chance for Temby. Just wide of the mark. Picked up by forward Mitch Cohn as he'll play it behind. That one's floated to no man's land. Heckel takes a late poke on it. Goes back towards Dolinsky as he's going to go towards his defensive end to retreat for possession. Sun Devils defense behind the red line. Now Dolinsky a chance. No place for him to skate as Colin Abitz gets in his way. This one back for Newmeyer. Is going to play it behind the net. Joe D'Elia, the senior goaltender, is lighting up on the play. A huge hit coming in. That's going to be an interference call. Either way, a shot from McAuliffe off the side of the post. That one goes back to the sideboards. Heckel, the extra skater out. Still no Ram touches it. Now it's caught up, and there's finally getting a whistle at 18:42 mark of the first. It's going to be a delayed penalty against the Rams. The Sun Devils are about to go on the power play. I actually missed who got that huge hit. It was Justin Schneeberger.
Justin Schneeberger could be my favorite name on this Colorado State team. As he goes to the box to start things off, ASU comes into this weekend 33% success rate on the power play so far this season.
Charging the call on a 2-minute minor. Sun Devils going to work in the offensive zone after winning the face-off. Heckel sends it down deep. Cross-ice pass from Dolinsky over to McGinty. He has Jordan Young, sitting behind him. Dolinsky caught against the boards. Nicholas Sutton pins him there. Able to get some help from McGinty. Back out to the blue line. Jordan Young centers it up. Wants a shot. Can't find the lane. Sits on top of the face-off circle. Has Dolinsky to his right. Now finds him. There's a deep pass from McGinty. Young wants it back. Maybe a quick shot coming from the assistant captain. Decides not to. That one looking for a deflection. Never found the stick of Murphy, but he does get the rebound. Heckel at the blue line. Good job by Colorado State blocking the passing lanes. Nobody in center, though, for the Sun Devils. Unusual. Heckel gets it back out. Great pass to Dolinsky. One more to McMurphy. A shot rebound there. Still loose, but the Sun Devils can't jump on it. Great passing collection there with Heckel, Dolinsky, and Murphy. Almost like they drew that one up perfectly as the Colorado State goaltender and Alex Steidler getting the save. The juniors played in every game this season, at least in the ACHA games. 3-7 record with a 3.32 goals against.
Yeah, Nick, and ASU, they really found their groove last week against NAU on the power play, as it was Dolinsky and McGinty who teamed up for 2 power play goals back-to-back, and then they got a third one. They had 3 in a row eventually against NAU, power play goals that is, and that 5-2 win, last Saturday. So this power play was clicking without everybody healthy. This week in ASU almost at full strength.
More on that later, too, in the broadcast. Eric Rivar expected to make his first start as a Sun Devil tonight. A highly touted recruit. Austin will have more information on him. Alex Temby at the blue line gives it to McAuliffe, trying to work it through Liam Norris. Fez Khan making a home for himself on top of the crease. Now has to switch spots with Norris, though. Backdoor was closed. Active stick in front from Kyle Nitchin. Now for Temby, a backhand spinorama. The rebound went off the pad. He's on push back towards center, and a chance for Colorado State to change. Preckle and Temby, the defensive pairing for the Sun Devils. Fez Khan, Danny McAuliffe, and Liam Norris, the forwards. Norris comes down the near side, drops the pass back, quick over to Preckle. Now it's going to be a breakaway for Colorado State. A shorthanded attempt. Connor Tamai into the zone, off the crossbar and up. That one's out of play. A great chance for Tamai, seeking his team-leading 10th point on the season, but the Fairbanks, Alaska native, robbed by the iron.
Well, Joe D'Elia can turn around and thank his best friend. That would be the crossbar in that situation, as Brett Preckle got caught there on the turnover, and it was just Tamai and D'Elia, and he beat D'Elia but did not beat the crossbar, so we'll stay scoreless here. ASU still with 10 seconds to go on this power play.
Under 17 to go in the first. An excellent chance for Colorado State. Even a more unfortunate. That one's not going to go down as a shot on goal. Final seconds of the penalty about to expire. Udez trying to help it. Burkemper finds Blumgren, a quick shot from the blue line, just hoping for some traffic. That one squeezing the legs was Steidler. Sun Devil still relentless. Back to full strength, however, as Udez now working back behind the net. Gets some help. Colorado State almost able to clear. Newmeyer pushed it back deep right where it came from, but nobody was on the near side As Burkemper comes in late. Good stick lift from him, though, to hold it in the zone. Blumgren will send it all the way back around the boards again. Newmeyer on the backhand. He's met by Colorado State forward Nathan Straw. Blumgren over the Newmeyer. Now space for Arizona State to work. Throwing one on. That one goes wide as it was knocked off the leggings of Steidler. Colorado State, just one man going the other way is Todd Soule. Chance for Arizona State with Cummings now as he comes in with Eric Rivard. There's the freshman on the ice too with Murphy. Gets the deflection, almost a good bounce, two in front on a centering effort. Rivard wearing number 8 in his back for the Sun Devils. Now has it against the board, kicks it to himself, gets the centering feed, but he couldn't corral it. Was Sean Murphy. The two NHL stars played on the Sioux Eagles together. Not in the same line, however, so interesting that Powers sees some chemistry with those two to put them together as Preckle retreats towards his own blue line. Rivard tips a pass, trying to find his teammate Ostertag. Also, Ryan Ostertag welcoming back since his first game since the U of A series. D'Elia out between the pipes. Interesting pass there. Tamai is going to be first one to it. Didn't get much help, though, so the Sun Devils fortunate to get it back in their defensive territory. Saucer pass towards the benches. Rivard's going to dump in. Sun Devils get fresh forward line out. Colorado State's going to do the same. With speed cutting through the Rams with a chance. D'Elia jumps on it before danger blows up in his face. Kyle Nitchin, the speedster, cutting right through the Sun Devil defense.
Well, Eric Rivard, Nick, you mentioned it, played with Sean Murphy on the Sioux Eagles in the NAHL last season. Had 24 goals, 39 assists, and 63 points. Good for second on the team. His plus-minus was a plus 20. And the 109 penalty minutes. This guy just lit it up last season for the Sioux Eagles. He had surgery on his shoulder, so that's why he hasn't seen the ice yet for the Sun Devils until this game. But Coach Powers called him a top 9 guy, and you see him on the third line because of that tonight.
Wasting no time, trying to make an impact. Also see if he can dice up the chemistry. Here's a chance with Clark. He gets poked this side. Came with Tamai, drops one back, just keeping it in. A backhander, good pass. That one's knocked down by Jordan Young before Colorado State had a chance for that one. Mitch Cohn was the man in center. Heckel peels away from the pressure. The Rams with it. It's going to be a 2-on-2 into their offensive zone. Mitch Cohn centering feed way behind Hunter Clark. Sun Devils captain Colin Heckel able to regroup. A couple of captains on the ice right now too as Jordan Young has it. Dumped in past the blue line by Kyle Robeson. Kyle Robeson. Delinsky near side, skates in himself. Tries to float one on, but Eric Killam gets his blade in the way of that one. Delinsky off his skate, looking for the near post. Couldn't find it. Still loose, though, for Delinsky. And he tries to poke for it. Got a shot off in that exchange. Liam Norris tried to help out the assistant captain and the man who's leading the entire ACHA in points in Delinsky.
Kale Delinsky, the Energizer Bunny, 29 points already this season. Trying to match that 77 he put up at Minot his first year in the ACHA. He has been on fire, a big reason the Sun Devils escaped Delaware last week and escaped NAU, you can say. Delinsky had a point, I believe, in 4 of the 5 goals scored against NAU last weekend. He had a goal and 3 assists.
His line's been clicking. That's why Powers is never going to break this lineup as long as they're healthy. McAuliffe battles against the boards. The forecheck begins for Arizona State. Only one Ram in sight, though, as he gets beat, so his teammate's going to help him out. Delinsky and Norris can't corral it, however, as Robeson able to get it out of their own end. Up ice for Novak. Behind the net of D'Elia, had a centering feed momentarily with Hassel on his side. Brett Preckle tried to poke it to Eric Rivard. Now McAuliffe going to look up and just send this one to safety. The Sun Devils will get a couple of new skaters out. Murphy and Ostertag, the two who jump off the bench. Colorado State, no change from them as Levos will deflect this one out of play.
And Nick, you can already tell tonight, ASU kind of looks like a different team than we saw last week in that the second Delaware game. It was a close one, went to overtime. They won it 3-2 thanks to Captain Canada
with the overtime goal. And then against NAU, they just came out sluggish, and it just nothing was clicking, no chemistry. The passes were not crisp. They were off each other's sticks. Nothing was really working.
Yeah.
And tonight, you know, it's a different energy, and they look a lot better.
Matoski, Baggin, Straw, Saul on the ice right now. Preckle keeps it in. That one's intercepted on the pass, trying to wrap it around for Rivard, but it was deflected, I believe, off the skate of Murphy, so that goes out of play up into the netting.
And I mentioned, Colorado State's tough schedule to start the season. They were at the ACHA Showcase, lost to number 11 Ohio 2-1, lost to number 14 Davenport 1-0, and they lost to number 9 Stony Brook 4-1, and then got swept last weekend by Minot State, the number 2 team, 9-4 and 4-0. So these top 15 teams in the ACHA, they've actually played really well with. They've struggled, though, Nick, when it's come to lesser opponents. They lost a game to D2 Denver. They lost the game to D2 Utah State. So they have played a lot better when their opponents actually have been higher ranked. So they're kind of playing up to their competition, you could say.
Try to get in the face of a higher ranked opponent, too. Tempe holds down, but that one on the shot goes out of play. So fresh 5 for Colorado State. A new forward line for the Sun Devils.
And Alex Steidler, who's in net right now against Minot the last game when they lost 4-0. He had 53 saves on 57 shots, so he's used to just a fury of shots on net, something I think you might actually see tonight from this Sun Devil team, but Steidler ready for it as he had to face Minot last weekend.
Udez wins the draw. Young over the Tempe. Wrist shot on. That one through traffic, went off the mark. Burkemper knocked down. No call, though. Jordan Young works it all the way around. That one is a kick save. Jordan Young tried to get the rebound. Would have been a good chance for him to score. Half the net was exposed. Now with it behind the net, the forwards of Arizona State. Burkemper, Udez back. Quick shot from the blue line. That one goes off the chest of Udez. Another chance for Tempe. Doesn't take it. Jordan Young thinks about it, but waits. Tempe with a wrist shot. That one wide, but he gets a good bounce off the backboards. Chased down by Robeson. In that far corner, Burkemper relentless with it. Arizona State does not want to surrender possession at all. Tempe, top of the face-off circle. That one deflects off a Colorado State forward and back to the sideboards as sticks get caught up with Burkemper as he collides into the skater of Colorado State. I think it was Jordan Young who just got his stick kind of tangled in the back of Colorado State, Zach Novak, and they actually...
We'll see what they call it.
I don't think they called the penalty.
They didn't call a penalty. Jordan Young even thought they might have called the penalty. He was on his way over to the penalty boxes. As I think it could have been interference or tripping there. We couldn't really see from our angle, but they definitely got tied up away from the puck.
Fez Khan getting a huge jump, causing McGinty to get tossed. Colin Heckel will take his spot in the draw, loses it to Tamai. Quick shot from Colorado State. The deflection in front, good one by Cone, but it was not on net. Cone with it now. Heckel right behind him, though. McGinty tries to poke this one loose. Eventually goes back to center ice, where Heckel's there to harass. Kahn trying to help as well. Deflected up by by Clark. A backhander by Kahn. Heckel with plenty of space to work. McGinty has him in center. Pushed to the boards by Dylan Hassel. That one goes all the way back for Blumgren. A good block in front. Goes off pillow pads of Steidler. McGinty finds some room in the slot. A quick shot off the post. Goes between the legs of Steidler. That one hit the back of the goaltender. Would have ricocheted right in the net. Couple of players early in just 10 minutes in this period. Already 3 posts. 2 for the Sun Devils. McAuliffe and McGinty, and 1 for Colorado State. And Connor Tamai. Fez Khan in that corner. Now he's going to be pinned there as he falls to his face. Kyle Nitchin, the man who knocked him down. Now Heckel's going to battle with Tamai behind the net. Those two get tangled up. No call. There's the whistle. Excuse me. Lost him in the corner. The official calling on the hold. So it's going to be another 2-minute minor against the Rams.
ASU 0 for 1 already here tonight, but a good power play. They just couldn't find the back of the net. Everything was clicking, and it was this power play unit with McGinty, Heckel, Dolinsky, Young that really pieced it together in the first half of that power play.
It was productive, however, almost a shorthanded goal, mind you, for the Rams. So keep that in mind, too. It was with the Preckle line. Murphy with it behind the net. Tries to get it back around. McGinty and Murphy exchange a pass. Now trade places. Sun Devils having trouble, though, getting it in the center on their power play thus far. Young and Heckel on the blue line. Now McGinty gets back top of the faceoff circle. Working deep, a shot. Heckel scores! Power play goal for the Sun Devils. Great feed from the side. Of course, who's it going to be than Cale Dolinsky finding more points on the season. Leads the ACHA. That's going to be his 20th assist on the season, as Heckel and Dolinsky have had that chemistry for years, proving it on the power play.
Yeah, you mentioned 20th assist. That's his 30th point of the year. Now Colin Heckel riding a 7-game point streak as well with that goal. That's number 10 for Colin Heckel, his 12th point this year.
Great job of Sun Devils working on the puck movement that time. Much cleaner, as that one took just about 30 seconds to find that goal. Sun Devils up 1-0 in the first. On Halloween evening, Dolinsky behind the cage, trying to find an outlet pass. Preckle was there. Couldn't get it to him, though, because two forwards were in his way. As Colin Abitz lays the body on Dolinsky. Norris now battling for it. Somehow finds it with 3 Rams in sight. Dolinsky's going to help him out. Back to the... No, not back to the blue line. Now it goes as Levos throws one on. That one takes an awkward ricochet off the glove hand of McAuliffe. Harassed by Robeson. ASU still with it. Their speed and determination shining right now as Levos pass is blocked and pushed on the wrong side of their offensive zone. Preckle was knocked down on a hit from Schneeberger. Levos drops a pass after coming in the zone. Oh, slap shot from McAuliffe. That one goes around the boards. A foot and a half wide of the net. Picked back up by the Rams. They'll get 4 fresh skaters out going into the zone. Schneeberger and Gadati. As D'Elia is going to get a whistle for the Sun Devils. Going to be an offensive draw for the Rams.
Kadolinsky with that assist. Now he has a point in 12 of the 13 games he's played in. ASU 13-0, but Cale Dolinsky did not dress one of those games. And then he didn't score a point one of those games, but every other game he has had a point in so far this year. And he has 30 now, leading the ACHA.
Speed from Ostertag, trying to get some room. Net came off, but Snyder will put it back on. His water bottle popped off as well. Arizona State now retreats back to the neutral zone. Temby and Young, the defensive pairing out. Missed pass from Young. Good job of recovering, though, as Murphy comes back to help as well. Lone pressure coming from Hassel. Now Yoder. Unofficially 11-0, the shot totals for the Sun Devils. The one chance rung off the post.
Yeah, it was Tamai off the crossbar, shorthanded opportunity.
And go figures, because his penalty turned into the power play goal and the lone goal thus far in this game. Jordan Young at his own bench. Good job reading that play. Almost intercepted, though. Back the other direction, the freshman Sean Murphy. He nearly goes down to the ice. Good job of holding his feet. As now Nicholas Sutton puts some moves on in the corner. That one goes just past Blumgren. And they got caught up in the skates of the referee. This one's knocked in by Straw. D'Elia will play it. A change by both sides. Burkemper struggles to get out. Oh, huge hit. Burkemper right at center ice, flattening his man as Straw helicopters down to the ice. He's going to throw it on D'Elia as he gloves it down. That one might be the biggest hammer we've seen this season.
Yeah, biggest hit we've seen this season. I don't even think it meant to happen, really. They kind of just ran into each other. And he won the battle as Straw went down. And Nick, you mentioned he helicoptered before he hit the ice. Big hit. And It wasn't like he was lining him up or anything. It just happened.
While keeping possession as well. Good shot from the Rams. Another one. That one just to the side. D'Elia squeezing the pads. His offense there to help. And Burkemper has 2 Rams right in the crease of D'Elia. Sun Devils defense and Newmeyer and Blumgren a bit flustered on that shift, as the Rams did a great job of finding the dirty area, but just can't push it past D'Elia.
Yeah, they got right in front of net there, and there wasn't a Sun Devil around. Joe D'Elia so far this season, 5-0, a 1.40 goals against average, 93 save percentage. So great numbers to start the season, but he has to go against Robert Levin, whose numbers are even better as these 2 goaltenders just keep matching each other really night after night.
Scary part is when you have 2 of the best goaltenders in the league, hands down. Levin actually leads the ACHA in save percentage and goals against, a .75 goals against average. 3 shutouts already on the year for him. A couple of which are coming against quality opponents. Heckel into the zone, beats his man Natowski. Now looks for some help. That one goes over to no man's land, where Burkemper will meet Cone. Away come the Rams. Levos intercepts that pass. Good anticipation of blocking the Rams rush. Preckle heads up pass for Heckel. Couldn't get it to Kahn, though. Now it's going to be a 3-on-2 for the Rams from the side. Terrible shot from Hunter Clark. That one went nowhere as it goes off the backboards. Now Kahn comes through, gets it out, and avoids the hit. 3-on-2 for Arizona State. McGinty has Heckel, finds him. Quick shot. That one up high on Steidler as he gets it down, and the rebound controlled by the Rams defense. Preckle keeps it in, though, as that one got a little bit too far off the stick of the Rams forward Robeson, as Arizona State caught around the blue line in the midst of a change as well. 3 fresh Rams hop out to the ice. D'Elia will play it to the side. That one caroms off the glass and out past the blue line. Robeson intercepted by Kahn. Nice job, but he couldn't get the second poke in to give himself a breakaway. Here comes a 3-on-2 for the Rams. The speed playing, and that one, Killam just missing it wide. The Rams had a couple of odd man rushes, haven't been able to capitalize. No rebounds really from Joe D'Elia. A couple of more shots recently in about the past 3 minutes, and we'll get a whistle from the referee. 3 minutes, 9 seconds to go in the first.
And it's a Preckle household reunion here in Oceanside tonight. You got Brett Preckle skating on the ice. You got a daughter Preckle in the penalty box, and then older brother Preckle working as a linesman. So 3 Preckles working at Oceanside Ice Arena tonight.
Recap as well down in Tucson. U of A taking on Colorado. Colorado State will head down to Tucson tomorrow and Saturday. Meanwhile, Colorado will come to Tempe, but U of A is up 3-0 currently, at least as far as the last time we got the score was at the end of the first period. Sun Devils right now just up 1-0 against the 18th ranked team in the country. Here comes a chance as McAuliffe trying to find Dolinsky. Nice job by Hassel getting back. Otherwise, that could have been danger written all over it as Jordan Young misplays towards his own blue line. Sidesteps a man, though. Now a bit into the zone, drops one back. That one goes through the legs of Hassel. McAuliffe and Dolinsky on the forecheck, going back in the offensive zone, deflected into the air, falls down right in front of McAuliffe. Sun Devils behind Steidler. Young ticks a pass to McAuliffe. This one deep over for Norris. Dolinsky trying to get off his man. Now a shot. That one goes off the blocker of Steidler. McAuliffe with that one. He gets the feedback. Now trades it right back to Norris. The chemistry clicking on this top line. They're going to get passes. Not the opportunities they would hope for, though. And a missed pass by Colorado State. His icing was waved off, so they get a fresh 5. Good change for the Rams.
And lucky there that Will Neff missed Schneeberger, or else ASU would have had an odd man rush against them going the other way.
Norris has some spot. Misplays that one, and Steidler would hold on. It's turned out okay for Norris. They tried to get that pass to Ryan Oster tag. A little bit soft, though.
Go over lines quickly before the first period ends here as we kind of got caught up in the fast-paced action. Caleb Dolinsky, Norris, McAuliffe, your top line for ASU. Con Heckel, McGinty, the second line. Eric Rivard joining Murphy and Ostertag on the third line. And then Burkemper, Udez, and Cummings is the fourth line. Troy Scott dressing as the extra tonight for the Sun Devils.
Interesting for Arizona State, putting McGinty on that second line with Heckel and Kahn instead of Murphy, because he wanted to keep the Sioux Eagles and their former team together. So all upperclassmen in the top two forward lines. Good two pass to get out of the zone. Quickly, Colorado State works. This is why they can keep up with the best of them. Pushed aside by Blumgren as the net flies off. But a good job by Colorado State. You saw two very quick passes. Just one, it was almost like a design pattern that they had to get it out because they don't want to waste time skating it out because they know the Sun Devils can beat them in that category. So they use some lanes to get out, and that almost created a 3-on-2 chance. They're getting some rushes. Colorado State not just having to take some shots now against D'Elia and start testing them.
Yeah, Nick, you took it out. I mean, you basically took the words out of my mouth. They're having the chances, the opportunities. They're playing with the Sun Devils right now. Only really 3 shots unofficially on net, but a couple good looks. And then obviously Tamai off the crossbar that could have evened this thing up.
Final minute of the first. Heckel finds it on his skates and throws it back into the zone. They're going to try to make something work, but Colorado State's not having it. Dumping one in was Cone, chased down by Clark. D'Elia skates behind the net to grab it, though. Blumgren out through center. Nobody's home for the Sun Devils. Right back where it came from, 30 seconds ago in the first.
Joe D'Elia, always known to come out of his net. Scares me about every single time he does it, but it always works out for him. I think it scares the goalie coach, Jeff Tecca, as well, just a tad.
Heckel and Kahn into the zone, between the legs pass. Now Heckel with a quick shot on the side of the face-off circle. That one finds some sticks and goes high. Interesting point, though, for the Sun Devils is they have a weekend right now against the Colorado schools, another Western Collegiate Hockey League game. As the Sun Devils currently on top of that, the two Colorado schools are currently 5th and 6th. But then Minot State coming to town next weekend. That's kind of the headline. Coach Powers saying can't let his team get too far ahead of it. Delinsky tried for one more chance in the final seconds, but he could not find McAuliffe as that'll expire now in the first. So 1-0 the score for Arizona State. They're going to take the lead heading into the first intermission. And the team will need to regroup after this one. Colorado State holding the Sun Devils close, much like Austin mentioned, keeping that very close game against Ohio. And that was in the Division I Showcase, too. The ACHA Showcase brings out some of the best teams that there are in the D1 ranks. And playing against Davenport and Stony Brook also, too, a tip in their cap of having that experience and exposure. So they almost, it's a good training to see what to expect.
As we got Eric Rivard down there, he actually has the microphone in his hands. He's never done this before, but here comes Allison Cummings. She's going to run the interviews for us tonight, so he'll get interviewed. He doesn't have to do the interview himself, so we'll just get them positioned and ready to go. And then we will throw it down to Allison Cummings with Eric Rivard.
Thanks, guys. I'm here now with Eric Rivard. And so, Eric, first game back after an injury. What did this mean to you?
It's just exciting, just being back out here. It's kind of weird first period, just getting on the ice, really. So, but it's good. Just hope, keep it moving. And that's pretty much the focus right now. Just work hard.
And you guys are up by 1. How important is it to go into the second period up against a division rival?
It's a lot. It's very important, early lead, but we're looking to get more. So, build on it and come out for the second even a little bit harder.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Back to you guys.
Thanks, Allison, there with Eric Rivard, his team going into it, too. As we'll show you some rankings here pretty quick. As the Sun Devils in the WCHL, the stats on the screen right now, you see the Sun Devils just 3 games played thus far in division. They have 2 wins in that overtime win against Arizona, in which they needed it. Oklahoma on the road.
And they lead right now with 8 points. You see Colorado State down there sitting currently in the 4th spot. Oklahoma and Colorado behind them. So kind of interesting there, Nick, in the WCHL. Yeah, you're not used to seeing Oklahoma, or you never expected it, I should say, that low down the WCHL, but they struggled against the Arizona team, so they're actually behind Colorado State, and Colorado State with such a hard schedule to start the season. That's why they're number 18. They might be 3-8, but they have played a lot of top 15 teams here, and as we mentioned, they played close with those top 15 teams, and right now they're playing close with the Sun Devils.
Well, I stand corrected too. My apologies. As you mentioned, Colorado State, actually, I forgot they were one game, they're a couple points ahead of the Sooners in the standing, but you still saw the Sooners ranked top 10, unlike Colorado State. But this is a program very much on the rise, has a chance to get there, especially if they take the first period the way they did against Arizona State. Only 1 goal, so Sun Devils having a bit of trouble in the last 2 games of finding offense. Not necessarily it's a bad thing, but they're just so used to blowing teams out, scoring. When they played San Diego State and got the 10 goals, and then they just put up another 12 the next day, and they had double digits goals in 3 straight games, and all of a sudden they're realizing that's not the way the season's going to go. They're going to have to win games by just scoring 3 or 4 goals, which is typical ASU, typical ACHE hockey. It's proven at its best. But what do the Sun Devils really have to do to kind of find their rhythm and keep that momentum going?
Look, they just got to find the back of the net. Against Delaware, they faced a goaltender who was playing out of his mind. Against NAU, same way. Alex Steidler started this game unofficially with, I believe, 13 shots faced. And look, he's only let 1 go by him. A couple posts hurt the Sun Devils. A crossbar hurt Colorado State. So it's kind of evened out here by the hockey gods. But it's finding the back of the net. Time of possession right now completely in favor of ASU. Colorado State, a few odd man rushes that could have evened this thing up. So they're sticking in the game, really. I mean, and as long as they stick in the game, it's going to be a close one, obviously. And it's a matter of time before they find the back of the net. We saw it against NAU. They evened up the game against Arizona State. It was 1-0 after the first period. They scored to start the second quickly, and it was all tied up. Colorado State, a better team than NAU. And if they're able to do that in the second period, then we're really going to have ourselves a barn burner coming down the third.
Well, after the 1-1, that was when the fire kind of ignited in the Sun Devils. But you mentioned they just got to find the back of that. 2 guys who can do that, Colin Heckel, Cale Dolinsky. Not surprising, they're the 2 points thus far in this game with the goal and the assist. That'll do it for our first period report up here in the booth. Oscar Controls and myself, we're going to take a quick break, but WCS Intermission Report up next here on CronkiteSports.com.
That's really what makes Arizona State University unique, is that in order to really get a good feel for the university, you would have to talk to the people that live there, that play there, that study there, that thrive there. I mean, we do have 4 campuses across the state, and each one's unique and each one's beautiful in their own way, but overall we're one university in many places.
Just the experience through the football, through the professors, through the student body, there's just no other place like this.
Wherever you go, you see pitchforks everywhere, and I loved it when I came here, and I just figured it was meant to be my next home.
We're moving so forward and being so progressive. You look around ASU right now and there's buildings being sprung up, and things happen so quickly, and it's exciting to be part of it.
Everybody who's here wants to do something amazing with their degree, and they all have so much ambition, and it's great to be around that because it brings you up too.
You come to ASU and you can really do anything you want, whatever you want, based on what you're passionate about and what you want to do. When you're a Sun Devil, anything's possible.
It's like the best feeling ever, probably what I live for, because you come on stage and then the lights hit you and you can't see the audience at all, really. It's just you and you're doing what you love.
It's almost surreal. Game day comes and it's a really cool feeling, all the adrenaline and all those fans, all those crazy rowdy students waiting for you, and it'll never get old. I still get butterflies to this day because this place really has become a part of me, and I'll always be a Sun Devil. That'll never change.
Being a Sun Devil means pride, it means tradition. We're representing Arizona State by playing softball and going out and getting a national championship for our university.
Motivation for me comes from inspiration. It comes from the people that I've met. It comes from every single patient that I've come across. Every single one of them has touched me in some way, and that has given me fire to go on. And maybe I'm not going to help the entire world, but that doesn't mean I can't touch one person's life.
It's unreal. And I kind of had a dream to use engineering to help people, but I never expected it to happen in my sophomore year of college. And that's all because of ASU here and all the innovation they have that allows the students to actually solve real-world problems.
Everybody strives to be the greatest here. There's a lot of opportunities to go forward, to just be that better person. I gotta say, it's a life-changing experience.
I think the one thing that unites all the campuses at ASU is that we're all just moving. We're moving forward.
We learn about people here. We are one community. We are one student body. We have so much energy. We have so much passion. And I've loved every second of being a Sun Devil.
When you support AID, you're doing more than supporting the programs you love. You're supporting possibilities. You're making sure there's a place for independent voices, ideas, and perspectives. You're opening children's minds, helping them discover who they are and what they can be. You're giving everyone the chance to find inspiration from the arts. And you're opening doors to the wonders of the world. To discover more, experience more, be more. Support possibilities. Support Arizona PBS. Thank you.
RefWorks helped me create a bibliography in no time at all. Thanks, RefWorks.
RefWorks helped me get an A on my term paper. What a confidence booster. Thanks, RefWorks.
Once you try RefWorks, you'll never go back. I use RefWorks daily, and in just 1 week, I lost 10 pounds. Thanks, RefWorks.
Individual results may vary.
Welcome to the first intermission break alongside Brett Deckard and Dominic Catronio. I'm Josh Franz. The Sun Devils are up 1-0 on a power play goal by Colin Heckle from Cale Dolinsky. But guys, it seemed like the Sun Devils dominated that first period, but only the 1-goal lead.
Right, well, they took advantage of their lone power play opportunity, much like the Sun Devil team usually does. But they were kind of stifled by that Colorado State defense. Colorado State played very well offensively. Now the Sun Devils controlled the puck for much of that time, but they stacked the slot. They weren't allowed Sun Devils to penetrate. We saw an insane amount of points, shots from the point for the Sun Devils. Some pucks get through, things work out eventually. But Colorado State, though they were getting dominated on time of possession, they were really playing good defense. They've just got to work on getting it out of their zone.
Exactly. There was so much time spent inside of ASU's zone that, Colorado had to be worn out from all of that going on. And when they finally got their chance coming down the other way, they missed their big opportunity with a one-on-one with D'Elia and didn't go their way. So it rings off the post. A lot of shots off the post tonight so far as well. So as you talk about ASU, they took their chance well, and I hate to correct you, but there were 2 power plays in this first period. Sorry, buddy, it's okay. We're all human.
wrong for once, right?
Exactly. Brett Deckard's finally wrong, but they finally, they took advantage of one of the power plays, and things happen when you keep putting shots. Good things happen when you keep putting shots on the goal.
Right, Dominic, you mentioned that one breakaway opportunity for the Rams. That was their best opportunity to score in that first period. The Sun Devils had a lot of them. What do they need to do to execute and put some more in the net?
Penetrate the slot. Colorado State's stack in the box. They're putting everybody in the center of the ice, forcing them around the boards. They obviously came in with a game plan, and it's working so far. Only 1 goal, but that's a kind of accomplishment against the Sun Devil team. Sun Devils work it, try to move the pass lane around, but keep taking shots from the point, get your deflections, but get shots closer in because they're not really getting around the goalie and frustrating him and causing some rebounds, creating havoc.
That slot is inaccessible right now. You really cannot get anything in there. If the puck goes in there, Colorado State's going to clear it so easy. And it's just something, like you said, open up the passing lanes and trying to get something. Good things happen when you get shots on the goal. A rebound could happen, something off the post, and right guy, right place at the right time. You get something into the back of the net, and, it could really widen this lead for ASU in the second.
Right, I agree, Dominic. I think ASU needs to stop being so cute on the offensive end, throw more things at the net, and hope that something bounces in their right direction. They're able to get a rebound shot on the net. But, guys, what do the Rams need to do to get some more opportunities?
Well, work on getting the puck out of the zone, obviously. They're just not controlling the puck when they leave the zone. And they're getting one opportunity down in the Sun Devils' defensive zone, and then it's right back out. And this is what most teams have struggled with so far against ASU. So work on, you dump it, forward check hard, get bodies down there, outnumber ASU to the puck, and keep that puck possession, because that's going to be crucial, because otherwise, once ASU gets the puck, they don't usually give it up.
when the Rams got into their offensive zone, they were forced to the boards by ASU's defense. It was really encouraging to see. And what they have to do is have to work on their centering passes to get it into that slot. You never really saw the puck centered and get a good shot on goal. Almost everything was from either the sides or from the blue line. Really, you're not going to get a quality shot off from there unless your name is Colin Heckle.
And then at that point, you're going to shoot. It's a rebound. You lose possession of it. Move the puck around, find your shot rather than just firing at the net.
Exactly.
Well, we'll see who prevails as this one continues. It's 1-0 ASU heading into the second period. That'll do it for our first period intermission break for Brett Deckert and Dominic Catronio. I'm Josh Franz. We'll be back with the second period in just a couple minutes.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Roth, and I'm a senior defender from West Covina, California on the women's soccer team. I am studying biochemistry, and I'm also a member of the Barrett Honors College at ASU. Education gives you power and knowledge, and with that you can improve the world and stuff, so that's always been important to me. Being a part of the Barrett Honors College, people think you're nerds and crazy, but that's the fun in it. It creates a small sense of community in this large university, and you also have very dedicated professors who want to teach you these critical thinking skills. I have a presidential academic scholarship, so it's one of the top academic scholarships that you can have here at ASU. The scholarship means to me is that somebody actually believes in you and they want you to improve the world. They're giving their money to you to actually get your education to improve the world and come up with solutions for the world's problems. These past 2 summers, I've had an internship at TGen, which is a research institute in downtown Phoenix. Out of 500 applicants, I was actually chosen twice for 2 summers to be part of the 45 Helios Scholars. Once I graduate, I know I want to go into eye health. I'm really passionate about eyes because I've had tons of eye problems. I've had to wear sports goggles my sophomore year playing soccer here, so that's really inspired me to want to go on and help people with their vision.
Become the voice for those who don't have one. Be the eyes for those who can't see. Listen to the story for those who can't hear. Explore the world so others can as well. Become a journalist. Start here. ASU's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. Your story begins here.
How do we rise to the challenges before us?
Welcome back. Second period just underway. 1-0 Sun Devils after the first. Both teams a chance to regroup. Colorado State keeping it close. Here comes a delayed penalty against Fez Khan. A big hit from behind by Mitch Cohn. So he's going to go to the box for 2 minutes. As Khan was just blindsided there. I believe this one might be a check from behind. I missed the call though.
And good to see Fez Khan get up there. Fez Khan got up slowly, but he's up and off the ice, so seems to be okay. ASU 1 for 2 on the power play tonight. Coming into the game, they were at 33%. And ASU goes back to that first unit.
Tripping was the call. Jordan Young gives it deep into the zone. Sun Devils working at the red line. This one back over for McGinty. Young holds it in. Now McGinty with some chance. He fronts the room, scores! McGinty with nobody in front of him picks the corner. Top glove side against Steidler. 2 power play goals for the Sun Devils. McGinty takes the 2-0 lead.
Great job there by Brian McGinty, his 9th goal of the season. Another power play goal for the Sun Devils, now 2 for 3 on the night. And that unit is clicking as they got the first one as well. It was Heckle from Dolinsky, now McGinty doing it, I believe, all by himself. We'll see if they credit anybody on the assist. They're going to give Jordan Young the assist.
And Dolinsky.
Of course, why not?
That might have just been for giggles. I think he's just so used to saying it. Everybody in the Oceanside could just assume Dolinsky's going to find the stat sheet. Keeping pace with his 2.3 points per game average coming into this game. Sun Devils scored in the first 30 seconds of that period. Dolinsky jars it loose. ASU up 2-0. Top line out for the Sun Devils. Newmeyer with the backhander to push it into the zone. Chased down by Robeson. Falling down behind him was McAuliffe. Arizona State from the corner. Now Dolinsky gets it out. Now Norris gets it out. As Newmeyer's shot goes wide of the net. Over for Blumgren. He holds his feet again on a hit from Schneeberger. Norris backdoor. The net comes off its bearings. Nobody sees it yet.
Still off. It's that left post. I don't even know if Steidler knows it off. It knows if it's off. Now he does. He puts it back on. And Nick, that goal there from Brian McGinty, huge here for the Sun Devils. As now Colorado State at least can't find the equalizer yet.
It's a big momentum shift too. Push it back for the Sun Devils' favor. Rivard into the zone. Forscare's going to get off, though, so he's going to try to pin it against the boards and wait for his teammates. Ostertag chases it down. Second to it, though, as Colorado State has possession currently. Soul gets the pass to Gadati. Levas intercepts and takes it away from behind. A pass out intended for Rivard. This one may be on net, though. It goes for an icing call. Just misses the post of Steidler. Also, update down in Tucson, 5-0 the score. U of A up almost at the end of the second period. So taking care of business against the Buffaloes.
And U of A cracked the top 10 in the new rankings here in the ACHA. They haven't done that since the early 2000s. So U of A continues to climb, even though they have a 6-5 record. Have played some tough competition. Got a huge sweep against Oklahoma, who was number 3 at the time.
Comes back to those computer rankings. Murphy, 2 side steps. What a move. Rivard into the zone. That one goes across the crease. Excellent job of stick handling by Sean Murphy. He was way right in front. Rivard from behind the net. Knocked against the boards by Hassel. Both him and Murphy chase it down. Rivard takes a stick up towards his chest as he falls down to the ice. Gets the pass. Trying to be a give-and-go pattern, but Rivard couldn't find Murphy. Too far behind him. 3-on-3 for Colorado State, but they're going to lose possession after Preckle chose to play the body. Burkemper, Ostertag, and Murphy on the ice right now. Caught in the midst of a change. The fourth line of Sun Devils coming out. That's out of play as we get a whistle at the 16:22 mark of the second. Unofficially, by the way, after the first period, 17 shots on goal for the Sun Devils, 5 for Colorado State.
And ASU controlling the time of possession as well. Colorado State only a couple chances, had a good chance to come out tied to that first period. As it was Tamai who had a chance, Connor Tamai who had a chance go off the crossbar. Beat Delia, just did not beat the post.
Spinning out, Temby nearly taken out Delia in the process. Took a hack right in his legs. He caught himself. Cummings trying to cut through. That one for Burkemper. He wasn't home for the pass. Temby and Young will slow up the pace.
Joe Delia looked like a kid first on skates there for a second, trying to find his balance.
Pressure from Sal. Cummings and Udez against the boards. Colorado State wins that battle. Nitchin cycles it around. Back to the center ice for Jordan Young. Cummings trying to sidestep Baggin. Delayed penalty upcoming on the Sun Devils. Touching up is Udez as we get a whistle. It's going to be a 2-minute minor against Arizona State. This is a high sticking call.
And it's going to be Chris Burkemper going to the box for 2 minutes. Giving Colorado State their first power play opportunity of the night.
Just past the 15:30 mark of the second. See how Colorado State can handle it. See if they get some momentum going back and tilted in their favor. That one's deflected in front. Sun Devils defense tried to pin the man. Now almost a shorthanded out breakaway for Dolinsky. But Styler goes out between his pipes to play it. Knocked down by Natowski. Heckel harassing from the side. Can't grab it though. Now Dolinsky's going to try his chance. Natowski there. The two forwards, captains for the Sun Devils, working on it still. Doing a great job of keeping this one deep in the defensive zone of CSU. Now it goes out. That one hobbles over the stick, though. It's going to be an icing call, so Heckel and Dolinsky definitely won that battle.
Yeah, the pesky pair of Heckel and Dolinsky winning the battle here and against Delaware last week, and they combined for a goal, shorthanded, and then Heckel had one of his own as he fed Dolinsky in the first one.
Alliteration, Austin. See what I did there, too?
I did. You took the pesky pair. I like that. I'm calling them the pesky pair from now on. There you have it. The pesky pair from up north.
Can you do a bunch of C's? The Canadian... No, stop. Sun Devil football also leading in Pullman, so good news right now for Sun Devil fans on hockey and football from the gridiron to the rink. Natowski holds in, cross-ice feed. Now a pass from back and gets deep into the zone. Excuse me, that was Tamai. Gadati drops one off. Tamai at center. Quick wrist shot through traffic. He wanted the stick of Schneeberger. Never found it. Now it's a 3-on-2 rush for Arizona State. Scott getting his first ice time. A saucer to him. That one almost connects. As it goes back to the sideboards, Udez goes back around. 40 seconds to go in the power play of Colorado State. A good opportunity for them. Udez chips it off the boards. Newmeyer there to knock it down. Kept in by the Rams. Now a chance. That one snared by D'Elia. Would have been off the mark. But a good quick shot by the assistant captain and Natowski. 26 seconds of the Bergkemper penalty. Sun Devils take it off the face-off. Glove down by Robeson. Just held in at the blue line. Good job. Now Will Neff pushes it deep. Colorado State trying to find some room. Chandler Yoder. No space for him to skate. Backhanded around by Nitchin. Picked up by his teammate Cone. Back to full strength in Oceanside. Sun Devils 1 for 1 in the PK of the night. Neff with a shot, backdoor scores! Right after the penalty, a great pass by Will Neff to set that one up as the man in center caught D'Elia sliding to the wrong side as he went over to the right. And we'll see who they'll credit this goal to. I believe it's going to be Chandler Yoder. We'll find out officially.
I guess too. I think it hit off of Mitch Cone. I think that's who had it after Neff. So I think it goes Neff, Cone, and Yoder, who took it off of Cone, who basically deflected it right in front for Yoder.
He called down exactly right. I gave you 2 of the 3, and you solidified it. 2-1 game. Colorado State keeping this one interesting. Now a chance for Heckel trying to go top shelf as he snagged right on top of the crease. Nobody was in front of him either as that puck just generally hopped right in front of Heckel's stick.
Now let's go back to that Colorado State goal. Great job by Neff. He kind of threw it behind the net. It was a shot that went wide. And I don't think that was planned, but Mitch Cone sitting right there on the doorstep. He deflected it back in front of net. And then Chandler Yoder finished it off, his 3rd goal of the season for the freshman.
That's going to tie him for 2nd on the team with Chris Gadati. Leading it's Colin Abitz. McGinty battling now.
Got ourselves a brand new hockey game here in Oceanside.
Well, that's where those quick passes of the Rams comes to bite the Sun Devils. Sometimes you just can't beat that. It was perfectly executed offense by Colorado State. In front, Kahn's knocked down his shot, not even close. Surprised he got underneath that puck so much to go over the top crossbars. Now Colorado State is going to try to use that speed to go back the other way. D'Elia gloves it down and will hold on. It's actually a good shot by Colorado State. Not sure why D'Elia didn't give that puck up. as now it's going to be an offensive draw for the Rams, and then we're going to fresh 5 skaters on the ice.
I think Joe thought about it for a second as he stood back up, and then I think decided to hold on to that one, get a change as you see Heckle Young and Temby come off the ice.
1 by the Sun Devils. Good positioning, 2 for Dolinsky to work. I'm surprised it wasn't even an icing call. McCullough beats it out either way. Rams behind their own net. Nitchin pushes it over to the side. Now a stick lift coming from McCullough. Couldn't work on CSU. The green and gold trying to keep the Sun Devils off the scoreboard. Down 1. 12-minute mark just touching. Dolinsky's legs get tangled up with the bits. Flipped off the glass. Blumgren dumps in as the Sun Devils have to touch up.
And good job there by Blumgren because Will Neff had to bead down the ice if that one got past Blumgren.
A bits into the zone, a shot down wide in the far post. Gets his own rebound though, throws another one back. And no teammate in front that time. We'll get a whistle. I missed this call.
ASU just won't be able to change on it. They were the one who flipped it up into the net. So Colorado State gets a fresh 5 out there. ASU has to stay on.
Colorado State hanging with the best and right off the draw. That one goes about 2 feet high. The face mask of D'Elia. Norris picks up behind his own cage working. There's Newmeyer. Backhands around the boards. Kicked in front of the Rams. That one a good deflection off Gadati, but a good save by D'Elia, anticipating that one nicely and protecting the 5-hole as McCullough picks up, comes onside with Norris. Drops one back. Good read by the Rams. Levos will take it right off the bench and cross it over to Preckle. He's going to dump one in. That one goes past Steidler as Murphy will now chase it down. The Sun Devils throwing their 3rd line onto the ice. Out of the zone goes Yoder, the lone goal scorer for the Rams tonight. Taking it's Robeson. He touches center ice, loses possession. Preckle sends it back, and this one's going to ricochet off the glass and back towards center, but we get a whistle again. And this one, I believe, an offsides call.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one at all, but anyhow, since Yoder's goal, ASU, Nick, has looked like a different team. Nothing really clicking right now for the Sun Devils as momentum completely in favor of the Rams.
I think the word for the Rams is going to be opportunistic. If they can keep their chances up against D'Elia and really put some pressure on the Sun Devils defense, it could create a very interesting finish. Right now has the makings of a fantastic final 30. D'Elia trying to send it around. With it now is Baggin. He's stuck against the boards. Murphy knocks his man off the puck. Sun Devils hoping to get it out of the zone. Sandwich between 2 guys. A 2-on-1 break for Arizona State. It's Murphy and Ostertag, the freshman, too fast. Go figure, Murphy scored 2 on the shot. But Ostertag about a half a skate in front of that play as Colorado State fans jumping up to chirp.
We got 2 of them in costume, it looks like. And then one guy in what appears to be a Colorado State t-shirt. Far side, they're sitting right on that line. Or maybe
There's a missed opportunity for the Sun Devils. Murphy and Ostertag. It just happens we don't play on the same line for the full season. Nishin works in, gets his own rebound, tries to go back around the net opposite side. Now he has to try to find the possession back. Sun Devils just trying to push the bodies out of the offensive zone. Udez goes back with Temby. Clean call there as just 2 sticks got tangled. Cummings bursts away from the pack. Now a chance. He cuts through a man. A shot! That one stays low. A good chance to rebound. Nobody was home for the Sun Devils opposite side. Now it's going to be Baggin battling by himself. Udez and Young, the 2 in front. Here comes Burkemper. Through the legs, puts a move on, gets tripped up. No call that time. Interesting there. Colorado State fans pleased on the no call as D'Elia takes it off his pitchfork on his chest. Gives it up to Jordan Young. Over for Burkemper. Colorado State playing with much more anticipation and speed into the zone. They're going to want this one. They're trying to find the equalizer. Pushing one on towards Delia. Another save for the senior netminder. Richmond, Ontario native, looking to go 6-0 this season as we get a whistle. And we'll straighten this one out. But the Udez, Burkemper, and Cummings line lost momentum. I believe that one got caught in the equipment of assistant captain Connor Tamai.
And on Halloween night, a couple good costumes here in Oceanside. Not many. I saw a flower pot during the intermission break. So far, that's my favorite.
That's great.
The Colorado State fan kind of looks like Benjamin Button, but I really couldn't tell you. He's going old school over there. Our producer, Ryan Hess, is a FedEx man for the night.
Udez, his shot goes off the chest of Styler. Knocked down in the process was Cummings as he gets back on his feet. A good chance by the freshman, at least putting some offense back in Arizona State's possession. Quick pass from Cone. He was trying to connect with Straw. Coming back, he's going to get back off sides. Actually, excuse me, trying to go off the bench for a line change. That one ticked off the side of the post, but Delia had positioning, kept in. Here's Robeson working. That one's through traffic and went off the skates of Jordan Young. Young and McGinty, the first two into the zone for the Sun Devils. Heckel now cuts back to the side. Young with a great pass cross ice. Kahn tried to find McGinty. It was there. McGinty couldn't find it through all the bodies as that one goes to the boards and back in the Rams' possession. A fresh five are going to come out for Colorado State as Neff, Schneeberger, Abitz, and Sutton all jump out. Now we'll get one more coming out to join them as well. Heckel tries to throw one on net. Again, that one up into the rafters for a whistle. 7:32 the time in the second period. So Devils are going to go back out with their top line.
And Nick, Colorado State upping their shots here to in this second period as they had 5 coming into it unofficially now with 13, so more than doubled their shots from the first period. Just a lot more shots on net against Delia, and he's being tested.
Pushed up by McCall. He's knocked down to the ice. Now Norris with a chance. Watch McCall if it was there. He had open net. Just missed the mark. Dolinsky can't jump on the rebound either, but good back pressure to get the possession back as Blumgren finds a pass with McCall, avoids the hit, takes an awkward hobble, and a good hold by Steidler. As just some coincidental contact between Dolinsky and Neff after the whistle, both trying to battle in front, so both lines will change. Ostertag, Preckle, Rivard, Murphy out for Arizona State. As it looks like Novak, Yoder, Natowski, and then sticking out with them is also Gadati and Nitchin.
Danny McAuliffe, a great shot there to give, great chance I should say, excuse me, to give ASU a 2-goal lead. Is wide open right side of the net, no one around him. He pushed it way wide though.
Won by the blue and gold. Now they have possession officially. Assistant captain trying to get back over to the defense. Pressure from Murphy. Here's Levas back over to Preckle. Good pass to find Murphy. Murphy shot that one off the elbow of the crossbar. Goes back over to Levas. Sun Devils missed an opportunity right there. A great shot on a perfect snipe from Murphy. Not getting the benefit of the doubt, though, is Rivard. Back for Murphy. We'll see if this line can connect for one. Levas shows shot. Now goes over to Preckle. That one's deflected. A good chance in front, though, as redirected by Ostertag. A shot from Rivard was blocked. Murphy in front. Can't find it. He was tangled up in the skates of Yoder. This one thrown on. Rebound. Rivard scores! Preckle finds Rivard. Patience by the freshman, and his first game as a Sun Devil. Give him the goal. 3-1 ASU.
And the veteran Preckle feeding him. Rivard sitting pretty there on the doorstep. Easy one for him as Preckle through a ton of traffic finds Rivard and gives the rookie his first goal as a Sun Devil.
They're trying to get that puck back.
As
and
they
there
do.
It is.
And ASU with the 2-goal lead now. With 6 to go in the second. We'll see if this sparks this Sun Devil team.
They gave it to Preckle and Murphy, the 2 assists, so it just got a piece of Murphy. So I had the stutter. I just said Preckle to and then Rivard scored. It was just a good tip pass from Murphy in center. That's where that chemistry back to the Sioux Eagles comes into effect. The 2 bodies got tangled up. We'll see if this one's going to be coincidentals. Well, now Heckle pulls off the helmet of Killam, so I would not be surprised now if they're both going to go to the box. But either way, let's talk about that one. Rivard coming back. And
we'll see here. Usually if you remove another player's helmet, or that usually is a 10-minute. So we'll see what Heckle gets here as he yanked the helmet off after all that. It's going to be, I think it's going to be 2 2-minute minors. We'll see what they give them.
Well, just Heckle in the box, so.
Yeah, Heckle's the only one going. I don't know what they're going to give him, though.
ASU minor penalty, number 15, Colin Heckle. 2 minutes for holding, 2 minutes for roughing.
And he does get 2 double minors.
So a 4-minute power play opportunity for the Rams. Under 6 minutes to go. Just go for the majority of the period. Sun Devils are good on the PK. Colorado State needs to answer right now to give themselves a chance in the third. Because Sun Devils do seem to have that blow away kind of mentality. Once they get up by enough, usually about 3 or 4 goals, they'll just start coming in bunches because they know their opponents have to change their game plan. As Dolinsky is going to try to go short-handed unit with Troy Scott. That's what hurts when Heckle's in the box, though. As Dolinsky loses an edge, 3 Rams had to go back to help, though. As now Scott applying pressure. The assistant captain will skate it out of his own end. Finds a pass. That one up to Gadati. He's into the zone. Looking to create some space for himself. Right in front is a Bitz. That one looking for a deflection. Never got it. Sun Devils will clear that one to safety. Chased down by Burkemper. Good speed as he almost beat out Natowski. 45 seconds gone. The double minor to Heckle. Picked up by a Bitz. The freshman with 10 points this season leads the team. Now over to Natowski. He throws one through traffic. Great stop by Jordan Young and right back to Colorado State's territory. 1 minute gone.
Good start here from ASU's penalty kill. 95% so far on the season through 13 games. Unbelievable number there for this Sun Devil team, but they've always been strong on the penalty kill.
Speaking of which, they'll clear it again. Colorado State hasn't been able to skate nor pass it in yet. They're going to try to go far side. This time it works out momentarily. Robeson wraps it around. D'Elia blocks it down. Good play by him. It is now a fortunate bounce by the Sun Devils. Udez will backhand it down towards the red line. A very strong minute 40 kill on the penalty kill thus far for the Sun Devils. Murphy almost finds a gift in front. Picking it up, though, is Robeson as he gives it now back over to Nitchin. Murphy's speed's going to beat it. Nitchin can't skate very far, and there it goes again.
And they've killed one of Colin Heckle's 2-minute minors.
So he killed the hold off right now. The roughing was the one after the whistle. Now Colorado State has at least some space. Blumgren's trying to minimize that. Still with it's the Rams. 3 forwards on the left side of the screen. Back out for Robeson. He's trying to cycle this one back around. Colorado State a little jittery. There's their first official chance in the offensive zone as they already wasted 2 minutes on good PK by the Sun Devils. Takes it through traffic. A kick save by D'Elia on the second chance. Another one. That one goes off the stick of Blumgren into the sideboards as D'Elia saw that one go on the very top part of his pad, nearly hopping over it, but it just kept in front of his body. Fortunate there too. D'Elia never saw it. As Robeson now another shot. Now rebound. Great job by Blumgren saving a goal that time. Now Fezcon takes a late poke. A chance for Murphy to go shorthanded. The defense got back in time as Murphy tried to put a power move on Will Neff. That's not going to work. The freshman forward on freshman forward. One now by Murphy. A good job by Dolinsky trying to set him up as he's going to try to get off the ice for a change. But a good job of keeping it back in the defensive end. A couple of chances for Colorado State. Nearly bringing this one back within one. If they keep this up, they may find it in the final 40 of the Heckle roughing call. Coach Powers yelling to keep it together. Trying to motivate his team here. It's Troy Scott, not what he wanted. Colorado State back into the zone. That one's flipped all the way down. Chased down by Scott. Final 20 seconds of the man advantage for Colorado State in front. What a chance with Preckle. Senior to senior nearly finding it. Not that time, though, is Steidler. Holy smokes, with a great save there, shorthanded. Lots of opportunities of offense. That shot, not even a good one by Natowski. Preckle battles with Levos. Heckel back out on the ice. He's going to stay there. So the Sun Devils killed off the 4-minute minor, or I should say double minor. And now Scott with a great pass over to McGinty. Has Heckel, wants the saucer. Good defense. Heckel at the doorstep. That one knocked off. And he tried to stuff it past Steidler's glove side as it goes back to the far side. McGinty with a great job. Better defense by the Rams in front of blocking that initial Heckel pass. Great job of waiting to get all the way around the defense, cutting it across the crease. And then the door was just closed on Heckel, nearly finding his second tonight.
Him and that post have not gotten along the last two games really well here. Is Colin Heckel could have had a hat trick last weekend and was robbed by the post. Tonight, one opportunity stuffed by Steidler, and then the post robbed him of the second one. He does have a goal there already. The first one of the game came on a power play, and now ASU successfully kills off.
Temby with a slap shot. That one had some firepower behind it. And now a minute, 10 seconds to go in the second period. Sun Devils up by 2. They scored 2 in this one. Colorado State scored 1 as well. There's been an offensive second period as the shot from McGinty wraps all the way around. That goes high of the shoulder of Steidler. McGinty with it, but delayed penalty. This one's going to be on Temby, I believe, as they blow it. So we'll see what the call is. They're going to call it a roughing call. So it's going to extend into the third period as the Sun Devils now, after Colorado State had back-to-back penalties, the Sun Devils with back-to-back. You even say 4 straight if you want to count the double minor.
Yeah, ASU just came off of the double minor from Heckel. Now they are back on the penalty kill once again, so this kind of hurts really the last 6 minutes kind of this second period. They currently 2 for 2 on the penalty kill. Excuse me, 3 for 3 with the double minor.
Rebound in front. Colorado State a couple chances. That one took a weird bounce too. D'Elia never found it on the second chance. Fortunate his teammates wore that one off their bodies. This one goes all the way back over towards Steidler. Plays it in that far corner. Dolinsky's there with Nitchin. So they're going to go back to the left side of your screen. Top part now. Colorado State trying to get some speed into the zone. Blumgren bats it down, though, still with its cone. Opportunity for Blumgren. Takes the body behind on Colorado State. You have to look out and make sure Neff doesn't step into the slot. Nearly did. That pass they try to find Nitchin. Final 3 seconds. That'll do it for the second period. But an eventful one at that. The Sun Devils getting one more goal to go up as they went back and forth. They went McGinty, Yoder, Rivard, the goal scorers in this period. 3-1 will be the score heading into the final period of regulation. But Rivard, the man there you just saw on the screen, finding his first goal, and that's going to be the difference heading into the final 20. So a very good job by the freshman forward, waiting with D'Elia too, trying to be the last one to skid off the ice. As the Sun Devils will go back to their locker rooms to regroup. Colorado State, much credit to them on a well-fought second period. Keeping this one tight. Austin, if you looked at back in the ACHA, it's something you would have expected at the way they played against teams like Ohio.
Yeah, and Davenport, I mean, they've kept it close with most of them, and even really kept it close with Minot, but a little bigger deficit, but 4-0 to the last one. Now we're going to go down to Allison Cummings with Brian McGinty.
All right, thanks, guys. I'm here now with Brian McGinty. And so, Brian, first things first is you had a power play goal that period. Talk a little bit about your power play unit. It's been doing really well as of lately.
Yeah, I think, we got 5 really skilled guys out there. 5 skilled guys on both units. Our power play's been clicking. We've been working on it a lot during practice. Me and Kale have a good thing going on the half boards there, and, it's been working out.
And going into the third period, what do you really want to accomplish?
We just want to play another hard 20 minutes. This team's not going away. They showed that there, and we got to be more disciplined. We got to stay out of the box.
All right, thank you. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Allison. Just want to point out to you on Halloween what the Fox say is going on
I hate this song.
This
if
ridiculous
you can hear
song.
it back home, it's called "What's the Fox Saying?" I'm ready to leave the rink until this song is over.
Actually, really surprised. They did a good job on a Halloween mix, kind of, but unusual choice of music here. Anyways, Allison touched on something with McGinty. Let's talk about it briefly, Austin. 3-1 the score, but 2 power play goals. That's the difference for the Sun Devils. It wasn't for their chances with a man up. This game would be knotted at 1, so the Sun Devils really clicking on the power play. Austin, your observations, what's been working for them? Why so much success?
When it's working, it's working. We talked with Coach Powers about it earlier this week, and those were his exact words. I asked him because, look, against Delaware, they went 2 for 11, which for this Arizona State team isn't good, but for any other team, 2 for 11 is really good in a series. Then against NAU, they had 3 power play goals back to back to back. Tonight, they're 2 for 3 on the power play, and he just says, look, when everything's going on the power play, it's just clicking. When it's not, there's not much you can do about it. I mean, the personnel's out there. You got your best players with Heckel, Dolinsky, Young, McGinty all on the ice at the same time, so you kind of expect to score. But, yeah, Nick, like you said, if it wasn't for these power play opportunities, this game would be all knotted up. Colorado State really hanging in there with the #1 team in the ACHA.
Well, the veterans on the power play units are the ones stepping up as well. Also should be noted, the freshmen playing doing a great job, but the veterans are the ones finding the back of the net. So what the Fox say? How about what does the WCSN intermission report say? We're going to find out after this commercial break.
That's really what makes Arizona State University unique, is that in order to really get a good feel for the university, you would have to talk to the people that live there, that play there, that study there, that thrive there. I mean, we do have 4 campuses across the state, and each one's unique and each one's beautiful in their own way, but overall, we're one university in many places.
Just the experience through the football, through the professors, through the student body, there's just no other place like this.
Wherever you go, you see pitchforks everywhere, and I loved it when I came here, and I just figured it was meant to be my next home.
We're moving so forward and being so progressive. You look around ASU right now and there's buildings being sprung up, and things happen so quickly, and it's exciting to be part of it.
Everybody who's here wants to do something amazing with their degree, and they all have so much ambition, and it's great to be around that because it brings you up too.
You come to ASU and you can really do anything you want and whatever you want based on what you're passionate about and what you want to do. When you're a Sun Devil, anything's possible.
It's like the best feeling ever, probably what I live for, because you come on stage and then the lights hit you and you can't see the audience at all, really. It's just you and you're doing what you love.
It's almost surreal. Game day comes and it's a really cool feeling, all the adrenaline and all those fans, all those crazy rowdy students waiting for you, and it'll never get old. I still get butterflies to this day because this place really has become a part of me, and I'll always be a Sun Devil. That'll never change.
Being a Sun Devil means pride, it means tradition. We're representing Arizona State by playing softball and going out and getting a national championship for our university.
Motivation for me comes from inspiration. It comes from the people that I've met. It comes from every single patient that I've come across. Every single one of them has touched me in some way, and that has given me fire to go on. And maybe I'm not going to help the entire world, but that doesn't mean I can't touch one person's life.
Oh, it's unreal. And I kind of had a dream to use engineering to help people, but I never expected it to happen in my sophomore year of college. And that's all because of ASU here and all the innovation they have that allows the students to actually solve real-world problems.
Everybody strives to be the greatest here. There's a lot of opportunities to go forward, to just be that better person. I gotta say, it's a life-changing experience.
I think the one thing that unites all the campuses at ASU is that we're all just moving. We're moving forward.
We learn about people here. We are one community. We are one student body. We have so much energy. We have so much passion. And I've loved every second of being a Sun Devil.
I get to do what I love to do every day. And I see that as nothing but a gift. I think that's a gift that I get to wake up and go play volleyball and go to school. And that's something that I love to do. So in order to kind of say thank you, because I can't really say thank you other than, to succeed and do well, but in order to give back, I go help the community and give my service and do what I need to do in order to give back. And I think that's really the only way I can really express my gratitude for this opportunity to be a student athlete. I'm involved with the Sparky's Tour program where we travel around to different schools around the valley and talk about character, and Sparky is an acronym, so every letter stands for a different part of character. S stands for self-discipline, P stands for positive, A is for active, R is for respect, K is for knowledge, and Y is for yourself. It's awesome. We can show them, it's cool to be a good person, to have good character. We bring Sparky with us, and Sparky steals the show. So it's really a great feeling to see them react to it and to have so much energy and enthusiasm because ASU is coming to their school. My dream was always to play at ASU. I can honestly say I would not want to be anywhere else but part of the Sun Devil family. And I love it here. I love ASU. I love this school, this program. I love it. I love it.
Welcome into the second intermission break alongside Brett Deckard and Dominic Cotroneo. I'm Josh Franz. We have a 3-1 score after 2 periods. Guys, these two teams have really been able to open up the scoring after what we've seen in the first period. How have they been able to do it?
Right, well, it was all about execution. We saw 3 goals that period, and ASU kept doing what they were doing before. They kept putting pucks in the net, they penetrated the slot a little bit, and Colorado State was able to move the puck in themselves. They got the puck in Arizona State zone, especially on that power play, and they took advantage of a relapse. They wide open in front of the net, crashing the slot, crashing the net, executing exactly what they needed to do.
We saw a lot more even time of possession for both teams, a lot more shots also there for the Rams in that period. You saw a lot more breakaways as well for ASU.
Right.
They weren't necessarily dominating their offensive zone there. There was a lot of back and forth hockey. It was really good, and yet you still saw 3 goals scored between the teams, 2 by the Devils and 1 by the Rams.
Right, even though the Sun Devils did outscore the Rams 2-1 in the period, it seems, as you said, like the Rams were able to work their way back into it and make it a more competitive second period. But guys, anybody on the ice impressed you tonight?
Patrick Udez may not show up on the score sheet, but every game he's one of those guys. He's a physical guy. He plays along the boards, plays hard and tough. He's doing the right things, and I've seen him all over the ice tonight, making the right plays. I'm sure by the end of the game he's going to find a way onto the stat sheet. Even if he doesn't, he's made an impact on the ice.
I like Udez, what he's doing on the ice, but I got to go with the guy who's making his debut tonight, Eric Rivard. He's got his first career goal as a Sun Devil tonight. That's always a great memory. He's all over the ice. I'm sitting next to goalie coach Joe Tecco over by me. He is going nuts about him. He just won't shut up. He's the goalie coach, and he's talking about Rivard. He's having a great game. I'm really happy for him that he's coming out on his debut. It doesn't look like he's lost a step after that shoulder injury.
Yeah, both guys have looked good tonight, as has this whole Sun Devils team so far. That's why they're up 3-1 after 2 periods. But what do you expect to see in the third period?
Well, we might see another reenactment of last weekend's 2-0 collapse against Delaware, but I don't think that's going to happen tonight. ASU is clearly a more talented team as long as they keep possession of the puck and stay out of that penalty box. Colin Heckel is the captain. He took 1 penalty and then took a retaliation penalty. But you can't take in 4-minute minors like that, putting your team down. So as to stay out of the penalty box and keep executing, I don't see that lead going away.
You took the words right out of my mouth, talking about the Blue Hens last week. I mean, 2-goal lead is definitely very dangerous right now. The Rams show that they can hang in there with the Sun Devils. They can continue the pace and try to keep the puck in their offensive zone a little more, get some more quality shots. I'm sure they had the goal that period, but they had some deflections. They weren't necessarily good shots, but they crowd the slot. They keep it going, getting shots, getting up into the upper shelf, too. We've seen the puck hasn't really left the ice for Colorado shots. So if they can get that, we can definitely see a very, very exciting ending, but I think more of the same from the Sun Devils.
Yeah, we'll see, guys, if the Colorado State Rams are able to even the score, if the Sun Devils are able to hold on and pull away in this one. That'll do it for the end of our second period intermission. For Brett Deckard and Dominic Cotroneo, I'm Josh Franz. We'll be back with the third period in just a few minutes.
Gentlemen, it's time. You've worked very, very hard to get to this moment, and it is now time to show who we are. We are not Tucson. This is Tempe, Arizona. Sun Devils football, gentlemen. The Pac-12, brother. It's time for us to put it on the line and get out there and show them how to tailgate for Sun Devil football. Yeah! Go Devils! Woo! Woohoo!
Think about what you imagine yourself doing. Think about what you want your life to do. Think about what you want your life to mean. What we have constructed for you is an institution that is focused on enabling your dream.
Pretty much anything I imagined being able to do at college, ASU has given me those opportunities and I've taken advantage.
We have a medley of student, staff, and faculty. The science actually works to every student's benefit here because whatever you are, there's a place for you here.
It's a nationally recognized college that has international connections. There's so many opportunities for every single student that comes here.
We're not doing science or business or industry or math without an end goal in sight. We have an end goal in sight and we're working towards it.
You're at the place where there's this intense energy focused on you.
ASU is the place where you can come and dream about anything, focus on anything, and move your life forward. If you really want to go to America's fastest, highest energy institution, ASU is the place to go.
When you support AID, you're doing more than supporting the programs you love. You're supporting possibilities. You're making sure there's a place for independent voices, ideas, and perspectives. You're opening children's minds, helping them discover who they are and what they can be. You're giving everyone the chance to find inspiration from the arts. And you're opening doors to the wonders of the world. To discover more, experience more, be more. Support possibilities. Support Arizona PBS. Thank you.
Hello friends. Here at WCSN, we have a tradition of anchor tryouts.
The ASU Arizona State football team is getting ready to gear up for the start of their football campaign.
The ASU football team is getting ready to head into camp to get their season underway.
The ASU football team is gearing up for their 2013 season.
Friends, it's a tradition unlike any other.
The ASU football team is gearing up for their 2013 season.
This is WCSN.
How do we rise to the challenges before us? Arizona State University.
Third and final period of regulation here in Tempe. Nick Merrick and Austin Controls with you on the call. Right here live on CronkiteSports.com. Brought to you by the Walter Cronkite Sports Network. Be sure to keep posted with us too on Facebook and Twitter at Cronkite Sports for all your latest Sun Devil needs. As Sun Devils take a heckle out the draw. That one centering in front, intended for Dolinsky. Nobody was there, though, for him. It was taken over by the Rams, knocked down from the behind. Dolinsky battles for it, pushes the body aside. That was Will Neff, shaking him up like a rag doll. As Robeson the other way. Him and Newmeyer meet. Now it's a chance over for the Sun Devils. Dolinsky on top of it, can't grab possession, however. A pass from Yoder. This one trying to go back door. Didn't work. Blumgren will clear. Still 25 seconds, by the way, on the man advantage.
Sun Devils up by that always unsafe 2-goal deficit going into a third period. One goal from Colorado State, and this game is a lot closer than I think most Sun Devil fans and this team expected. But Colorado State, as we've mentioned the whole time, is
stuck close with top 15 opponents.
Back to full strength, a 3-on-1 for the Sun Devil. Now 2-on-1, Preckle and Bergkemper. Preckle gets the pass back. Good defensive shot. That one through the 5-hole, but he squeezes the pads just to hold on. Udez came in late, but that was the last player they needed, nearly finding the back of the net as he tried to rip one through.
Great save there by Alex Steidler. Great patience from the Sun Devils to set that one up. And now the power play for Colorado State. 0 for 4 on the night it's going to be a big stat to look back at.
Net comes off. Cummings is grabbed and thrown to the ground. And a centering feed. Basically for Colorado State. Preckle gets beat to the puck. The speed of Novak into the zone. Great job. Has a man, Gadati, there. Now gives it to him. A little bit late, though, as he had a chance at least to get a shot off, but it came too much after.
Now hand pass called, so.
No change allowed for the Sun Devils, so Bergkemper, Levos, Cummings, Udez, and Preckle on the ice for Arizona State.
Not going to change either.
One more skater coming out, so all five will stay out there. It's Sutton, Novak, Yoder, Gadati, and Natowski. Excuse me, not Natowski, Hassel for the Rams. Kept in by Sutton, but he had to regroup back at center ice. Almost kept in, I guess I should say. And we're going to change now from the Rams. Levos with it behind his own cage, out there with Norris. The Sun Devils top line trying to get out on the ice. Now they are. Pass through center. Here comes McAuliffe with speed. Delinsky setting a screen for him. Looking to get the pass right back. No room to work there. Young now late into the offensive zone. Delinsky behind the net, trying to go back opposite direction. Norris has it. He's in the corner, finds Alex Temby. A little too quick on the pass to get a shot off. Norris had no help. Well, good stick lift to get possession back. Now Delinsky has it. Meeting him is Hassel. Sun Devils trying to skate towards center. Jordan Young gets it. Sun Devils approaching towards the high slot. That almost more of a pass was batted down by Steidler.
Steidler unofficially now. 25 saves on 28 shots he's faced tonight. So the Sun Devils nowhere close to what they've been averaging is 43 shots per game. That's what they've averaged coming into this one. Only 28 here with about 15 to go.
Colorado State looking to find the zone. Natowski will slam it in along the boards. Temby first to it. Three skaters on the left side for the Sun Devils. An outlet pass for Heckel. Here's a 2-on-1 for the Sun Devils. Kahn and Heckel into the zone. Just 1 man in front. Deflected score! Heckel using the body of Soul beats Steidler. 4-1 ASU, the second of the night for the captain.
Captain Canada just turning it on here in the last couple of games, as I mentioned, with his first goal on the power play. Now has a 7-game point streak. His second goal here tonight. And Captain Canada now with 11 on the season, leading this Sun Devil team.
Great job by McGinty of setting that one up, as he had the outlet pass from the defensive end and the 2-on-1 chance. Fortunate bounce, however, for Heckel, so hey, he'll take it with the unfortunate bounces he had in the first 3 or 4 games this season. As Neumeier beats out the icing call, 16-minute mark approaching. Now the Sun Devils are starting to open up the offense a little bit. 4-1 is the score in favor of the home team, looking to improve to 14-0. Heckel, his second goal of the night, is going to put him at 11 for the season, so that leads the team.
And Colin Heckel came back all smiles after that one, Nick, as you mentioned. Kind of a lucky bounce to find the back of the net. He had Fez Kahn, but really no space to get the puck to Kahn.
Yeah.
So he had to take the shot and kind of hope for a rebound. Maybe that one just took a Sun Devil hop.
I just wanted to reiterate your point. I just want to think they listen to me more.
They probably do.
Sorry, not really. No, you've been more knowledgeable than me on the call sometimes, so they get sick of my voice after a while. As Blumgren has it behind the net. Also, as you mentioned, too, a 2-point night for McGinty. So he's back at the 20-point mark total this season. So him and Dolinsky, the two there thus far. Chance for the Sun Devils, a backhander from Murphy. That's going to be a shot in the high blocker of Steidler. Preckle regroups as they're going to dump one around. A line change for the Sun Devils. The fourth line coming out. Colorado State taking their sweet time, hoping to avoid falling 3-9 this season, or 7-9 if you want to count the 4 games against the Western States Hockey League opponents, which are the junior A teams out west. Technically, the Rams team does have 7 victories. ACHA won't count those, as they're kind of like modified or glorified scrimmages. But some close ones still. A couple went to shootouts. One by the Rams off the draw, almost knocked down. A diving effort by Jared Levos gets that one out of the zone. Preckle battles for it at the own blue line. Interesting, too, to note that Levos, again, hearing through the media, not much experience on defense. He played for the Phoenix Knights in the WSHL, believe it or not, a team that the Colorado State has not played, but a league they played in at the start of this year. I think they called an icing, so it'll go back to the Sun Devils' defensive end. That was pretty close. Coach Powers voicing his opinion there, too. They've been lenient tonight, but that time apparently not.
I don't know. That time is steps in front.
Football update, by the way, for the Sun Devils at half. 42-14 was the score for Arizona State. Looking to get back in the top 25. Sun Devils in the right direction of getting 2 straight Halloween victories. Preckle takes into the zone. Udez with space to work a shot. Ricocheted in front. And that's going to be a whistle on a tripping call way back in the defensive end. Coach Powers yelling at Preckle not to get involved with some retaliation. So it's going to be a power play for the Sun Devils. I think that's Yoder going to the box again. So that's going to be... No, it's the first, excuse me, that's the first time I've been to the box.
Yoder, the lone goal for Colorado State tonight, and ASU on a power play opportunity. 2 for 3 on the night. Goals from Brian McGinty and Colin Heckel is the first 2 goals the Sun Devils scored in this game.
Well, first time in over 24 minutes, Colorado State committed a penalty. Arizona State had 3 straight before that Yoder tripping call broke that skid. Dolinsky trying to chase back. Nice job on the kill, though. That's going to tick off 20 seconds of clock. Heckel back there with Jordan Young. Pressure from the Rams doing a great job. That's Tamai against the boards. Eventually, Heckel and Young able to get that one loose. Over to McGinty. Now he has some space to skate. Murphy behind him. Dolinsky in the slot. Going to cycle it himself all the way around the cage. Going to meet Mitch Cohn in that corner. Jordan Young misplays it. Good job, but almost a 2-on-0 break. Now kicking it to his teammate, Dylan Hassel, into the zone. Trying to get the pass off to Cohn. That one didn't connect. Now a 3-on-2 for the Sun Devils. But Jordan Young's going to wait patiently. Murphy, the pass goes too far behind him. He meets Hunter Clark into the boards. Freshman on sophomore hit.
Good job by Colin Heckel here. Both times Colorado State's have an opportunity for a shorthanded breakaway. He's been the first one back for the Sun Devils.
Slowed up by Natowski. Here comes Clark. The Colorado State Rams not showing like they're on the PK right now, but they might on this change. A 4-on-2 into the zone. Temby a bit slow, though. Has Norris. Can't get it to him, though, as a stick of Clark was in the passing lane there. Now Kahn at the corner. Skates all the way around. Preckle has it. Center ice face at the blue line. Now Kahn with some room. His shot. That goes off the chest of Steidler. A rebound was there from McCall. Never got a clean shot off. Preckle trying to get it back, but Kahn was looking to set up the offense for a second time. Preckle winds up, takes a shot. Temby throws one off the high ankles of a bits. Final 5 seconds until we're back to full strength, and there we are going to go. It's back to 5-on-5 hockey. Sun Devils 2 for 4 tonight on the power play. And 4, though, deflected. D'Elia almost scaring Austin. He keeps saying it. That time nearly connected was Dylan Hassel, as D'Elia had to really regroup and get himself back into that one. The Sun Devils can't grab it. That was Ostertag into the zone. Here come the Rams back to the right side of your screen. Good cut by Hassel. That time by Yoder. Not enough, though, to break away.
And Colorado State, you can see desperation time for them here. A lot of pressure, a lot of energy as they're on attack mode here, down 3 with 11:30 left.
They almost need to, not to say it'll be over, but if Colorado State can't get a goal maybe by about the 7 or 6 minute mark of this period, it'll be almost impossible to score 3 against this Sun Devil team. Not like it's not difficult enough when you have goaltenders of Levin and D'Elia in net. There's a rebound and loose. There was one shot, though, as Blumgren pushing off Colin Abitz to the side. But there's a player, speaking of which, Abitz, a guy who needs to get going. 4 goals, 6 assists on the season. Also, Will Neff, a guy you could probably call on, 2 goals, 5 assists. Connor Tamai, 2 goals, 7 assists. So a couple of notables. As there's Blumgren, the enforcer for the Sun Devils, helping out after the whistle. Delayed penalty on the Rams. That's not what they needed at this point of the game. Bergkemper trying to beat a man. Actually did. He sandwiched himself between the boards. Comes up a little bit slow, though, but still on the ice with Cummings. This one back for Newmeyer. Preckle, the extra skater, has some room. A shot looking for Heckel. Deflected through the legs. Still loose on the red line. They'll see if they're going to call it. They say the net came off.
Wow.
As Heckel nearly got an assist on that one. Almost scored. I think it was Cummings who pushed that one between the legs. That's going to be an interesting one. So fans, you want to replay that one, you could scrub back on the playhead.
That one got through. The head referee was on the far side of the ice. The puck was sitting possibly across the red line on the near side of the ice. I think it was completely blocked, though, by Alex Stedler in net. I don't know if it actually went in, though, as you hear Uda's downstairs saying that it was sitting right there. So maybe it did not go in, but definitely one to take a look at. Going back, ASU was able to get that 6th skater out there, Nick. Almost worked. They do have the 2-minute power play now, though.
Exactly. It's a 2-minute call on the roughing for Novak. So he'll take a seat just past the 11-minute mark, and it's cleared immediately down towards D'Elia.
As he goes down a little bit. A little tumble.
Finds some snow. Delinsky plays it off his chest. Sun Devils have to touch up back on sides. Young enters the zone and wraps around the boards. Delinsky and McGinty, the 2 forwards on the left side of the screen. Now back out to Heckel. Here's Jordan Young with it. Back to Heckel is one-timer. That one goes way up into the rafters as it goes all the way up the stick of Mitch Cohn.
And a good job there by Mitch Cohn to get a stick in front of that as Colin Heckel completely wound up on that one. That one was going to be a laser coming off his stick.
Shout out to the crew, Matt Seaman, Casey Fier, the 2 camera personnel tonight. Ryan Hess working all the graphics, and Dominic Catronio on technical director. Jordan Young finds McGinty. That pass through the slot goes to nobody. Now the captain back out to Young, the umbrella scheme for the Sun Devils. Young looking to set something up, a pass through to kill him. Now rebound was there. Delinsky never got a backhander on it, though. Very interesting how that one even shaped up. Just a mess in front of Stidler was all that was. Goes back towards D'Elia.
As ASU actually had too many on the ice there for a second. Alex Tenby was out there.
Now they have too little.
Yeah, now they have too little.
Well, Preckle jumps out to fix that. Kick save from Stidler. Now he's going to put the mitt down on it at the 9:14 mark of the 3rd period. You see 25 seconds to go in the power play. Sun Devils looking to go 3 for 5 if they can get a goal here. Currently 50%. Norris on the draw with Tamai, loses it to Colorado State. Kahn back for Preckle, gets the pass immediately back. High slot, a shot. That one goes to the side, taken by Temby. Harassed from behind, so he dumps it deep to McAuliffe. She's trying to work back with a freshman defenseman. This one goes sky high and taken by the Rams. It is cleared. Final 5 seconds of the power play. As it's going to expire. Sun Devils will go now to 2-4-5. 40% for the math illiterate. As Preckle throws one on net. That one gets a piece of the blade. Back through the screen. Colorado State, there's some speed coming from Gadati, but it's not going to work. Broken stick, too. Norris takes over. It's a delayed penalty again. This one's going to be a slashing call. Broken stick with that, too, so it's a nice $125 slash.
Yeah, that's a costly one there.
The second they get out of the penalty box.
And he doesn't even get to take the broken stick back to the bench.
Oh, man.
I know, I believe it's going to be Kyle Robeson going to the box. As Norris had a chance there. He had a breakaway opportunity if it wasn't for that slash. So looking back at it, could have been a good penalty in a sense.
He's going to wish he kept his stick together in one piece, but Hackle has some room. A spin-around to get a backhanded pass off. That went deep to the assistant captain, Dolinsky. Sun Devils pretty good at working in the offensive zone with a man up. Now Jordan Young has a man in front of him. Quick pass, almost picked off. Yoder was in front of Young before. Tripped up was Murphy. No call on that one. Side of the face-off circle. Back out to Jordan Young. He's at center. McGinty trying to create some room. Dolinsky with a pass over to Young. Minute 20 to go in the power play. Shot from Dolinsky. That one got a piece of the upper body of Steidler. Heckel, no look over to Murphy, trying to cut his way through. Almost worked out. Heckel, good diving effort coming from Sutton. That one thrown on. It goes off the backboards. Dolinsky picks up first. Still a minute to go in the man advantage. Back out to Heckel. Hobbles over his stick. Nice job of regrouping. His shot throws off the high shoulder blades of Steidler. Still with it. Dolinsky tries. McGinty goes through. He scores! McGinty finds a corner and just beats Steidler. A great pass from Dolinsky, as that's going to be his third point tonight. McGinty with his second goal. So both now McGinty and Heckel with 2 goals. 3 points apiece for both McGinty and Dolinsky.
And Dolinsky to McGinty, it happened twice last weekend against NAU, and they bring it right over to this power play unit this week. They have some chemistry on that power play unit, and they have just shown it with perfect passing here lately in the last 2 weeks. They're also going to give Heckel.
All right, so that all 3 seniors, Heckel, Dolinsky, McGinty, all with 3 points tonight. They're stepping up in a big job. Blocker down by D'Elia. Actually should, goes off of Levas, is skating in. What a fluke goal, but a good job of Natalski of throwing it in the traffic off the inner skate of Jared Levas, and it beats D'Elia 5-hole. Sun Devils, 6 goals tonight.
You can give Jared Levas his 11th assist of the season with that one. As you saw Joe D'Elia's head kind of go up after that goal. Nothing you can do about that, a fluke goal. And if you're Joe D'Elia, you can't hang your head after that one, but doesn't help his goals against average, as the deflection will not be shown in the stats.
Well, I asked when the captains, anybody would step up. There's one of them. Hey, it counts. His first goal of the season as well to Natalski. A very unusual one, a big clash against the boards for Hunter Clark. Going back to that last goal by the Sun Devils, though, one that was set up. Actually, a great job by Heckel looking back at it, of keeping his composure on a puck that was about 6 inches off the ice. He still knocked it down with a man pressuring him and got the pass off to Dolinsky. CSU skater loses an edge. This one back to the Sun Devils possession. 6 minutes and change in regulation. Sun Devils up 5-2. Udaz pushed into the zone. Has Cummings to the side. Almost there as Bergkemper gets the feed off as the pressure comes from Tamai. ASU picks it back up. This one goes over towards Blumgren, throws one on. Deflection was there. And now McCummings going to be the first to it against the boards. Arizona State trying to get that goal right back. Newmeyer was there. The net completely dislodged. The water pops off as well. So Murphy will steal a sip and throw it back on top.
I like that move. I don't know if I've ever seen that here. Sean Murphy.
Well, if he's going to pick it up.
He wants some water after that.
He's going to pick it up. Might as well steal a sip.
And Nick, let's go back to that power play. ASU, a minute 30 in the zone with no disruptions. Colorado State could not clear it. A beautiful power play there from the Sun Devils as they continued to cycle the puck to keep it in the offensive zone, and it paid off.
CSU into the zone, almost found the far post, and a wrist shot from Robeson. 4 skaters crashing hard. CSU down by 3, though. Ostertag comes in with Newmeyer. Newmeyer with space, trying to go top shelf. He just missed the corner. And he had a good read that time. Newmeyer seeking his first as well as a Sun Devil. 3 assists on him this season. Plays alongside
and now the whistle blown. I think the linesman took a stick to the face maybe. And now I think there's going to be a, I don't know what's going to happen after all this. It's going to be too many men on the ice is what the linesman was yelling about, a stick, and so maybe that's what he called it on. And now they're waiting for someone to go to the box. It's going to be Will Neff who's going to serve this penalty of too many men. I think it was actually the linesman who blew the whistle on that one. So ASU, another power play opportunity. 3 for 6 tonight, sitting at 50%.
Good math.
That's why I'm a journalism major. I can do math like that. The simple stuff.
Gets it over to Ostertag. Temby for Young. Sun Devils have taken their time to set up the offense. Worked 3 of the times, though. Quick pass over to Young as he corrals it in. Never had time to get a shot off, though, as the defense regrouped quickly. A backhander from McGinty. Almost a hat-trick seeker, but the net comes off as well. A save nonetheless by Steidler. And now the referee is going to have to split up Sutton and Ostertag.
Well, Nick, you mentioned it after this. Colorado State heading down to Tucson. ASU and U of A will trade as Colorado comes up here. And it should be an interesting series between Colorado and ASU. I think it'll give Sun Devil team some flexibility in their lineup. Chance for some of the other guys who aren't suited up tonight to see the ice.
Well, speaking of flexibility, Ostertag and Rivard joining McGinty on this power play unit. Jordan Young will skate it in. Ostertag's going to go deep into the zone. The Rams trying to keep that puck against the sideboards. Young trying to glove it down. This one flips all the way back down. Temby will skate back and retreat. 50 seconds to go on the man advantage. You see Temby behind the net of D'Elia. The defense of the Sun Devils has been pretty solid. 2 goals given up, really just 1. But unfortunately, that is going to hurt the stats of D'Elia. Udez skates it all the way around, finds Preckle, opposite side, has Levos on his blue line as well. Burkemper to Preckle on center, active stick moving in front. Now the freshman sends it deep for Cummings. 4 freshmen on this line right now for the Sun Devils with their senior in Brett Preckle. Cummings over to Levos, trying to get a quick pass through to Burkemper. It's there, but held on by Steidler. Final 5 seconds of the bench minor.
And I spoke too soon a little bit earlier in this period. ASU now unofficially with about 41 shots. They're sitting in the mid-20s, and I said they probably won't get to their average of about 43 that they've been averaging a game, but
well,
they're pretty
you wrong
pretty
again.
dang close as they proved me wrong. A lot of action for Steidler
in this third period. ASU only seeing about 22 shots, at least the goaltender's about 22 shots a game, and that's currently sitting extremely true right now.
So unofficially 20 for 22, not a bad save percentage, over 90% for D'Elia. Would have been around 95, 96. Wasn't for that second goal. Gadani misplays at center ice. Now McAuliffe in with Norris. Puts on the brakes and keeps his footing. Edge.
Footing there. Keeps his edge. There you go.
A little easier. Now I believe McAuliffe may be going to the box for some chatting after the whistle. Never saw any.
I think it was a retaliation call, and McAuliffe is arguing his case right now. He's not going to win that battle, as he's the only one that's going to get sent to the box. So ASU now 3 for 7 on the power play tonight.
And basically take us to the end of the regulation.
It will, as Colorado State will try their 5th power play opportunity of the night. Currently 0 for 4. Something to highlight is if they were able to be successful in any of their power play opportunities, this game would be a lot closer right now.
Coach Powers 200 seconds away from winning his 105th game of his Sun Devil career. Colorado State trying to get fancy. Delinsky's going to skate with Heckel. A back pass. Had some time. Delinsky scores!
Wow. Dirty. Short-handed once again. 2 weeks in a row. Heckel to Dolinsky. It's that pesky pair from up north doing it again. And Colin Heckel, a beautiful pass off his backhand to Dolinsky, who just unleashed an absolute cannon from his stick. ASU, a short-handed goal. They go up 6-2.
ASU goal, point number 17.
Delinsky, Heckel, McGinty, all with 2 goals now in this game.
Heckel now with 4 points in this game alone.
So Dolinsky set up Heckel to start the game, and now Heckles sets up Dolinsky more than likely to end the game. 6-2 Sun Devils.
One on a power play, the next on a shorty.
Special teams have always been strong for offensive productivity. Troy Scott comes up.
Be interesting to see who leads the ACHA in shorthanded goals. Sure, ASU would be right up there. That's not a stat that's capped, so
you have to do some
digging of your own. You'd have to do some digging of your own to find that one in the ACHA website.
Heckel trying to hold on to that one. Final minute of play right now in Oceanside. Killam bats it around, knocked down by Preckle. Pass through to Heckel, trying to intercept. Now Dolinsky's going to pick up the loose change. He nearly runs in the 2 Green Monsters. Over to Heckel. Still shorthanded, 15 seconds of the power play to go. Doesn't look like it though. It looks more like an ASU advantage on the ice as Heckel spirals down. Taken by the Rams in the final seconds. Back to full strength as Levos meets Killam behind the net, and a whistle on high sticking call, so we're going to have one more penalty.
Just to end it.
Got the 25-second mark. It's going to be an ASU penalty as well. Well, at least not a penalty you want from Levos, but you can think of it as, well, if they kill off for 25 seconds, they're going to help their PK numbers.
Yeah, they will. It'll be 0 for 6 for Colorado State if they can't capitalize on this one. 25 seconds to go. As Levos goes to the box for high sticking, 2 minutes. He's not going to get to use all 2 minutes of that penalty, though.
He was a good boy. He'll get out early.
And he gets to come out of timeout a little early.
Oh, now it's going to be a skate race with McGinty. He's going all the way back. He has Murphy with him. Drops it back. Now Murphy plays off the side. Oh, gets sandwiched against the boards. Comes up holding around his face. Took an awkward whiplash back. Now McGinty wrestles a man to the rink, and they're going to dance a little bit. The senior
and now
on top
Murphy
of the Rams.
Giving some pushes and receiving some pushing back.
He's not having any of it.
I don't know what caused all that. It seemed like everyone was away from Steidler for the most part. Maybe it was the hit into the boards that really started all of it. I really don't know.
Well, him and Sutton
both are going to go with.
They could think about it for 12 seconds,
and then they can think about it some more in the.
Well, maybe they're going to send him back.
Line.
They may just send him back to their locker rooms.
Well, they might send Sutton off the. We'll see. Sutton might be gone for the game. And he is. So I don't know what the official call is going to be. Maybe they're both going.
That's going to be rough.
Possibly for game misconduct. So McGinty got some pushes too in.
Be a rough way of ending it with 12 seconds to go, and you get tossed then.
We'll see. I don't know if that's going to affect tomorrow. No, they're just sending them back. It's only going to be 2 minutes. So they both get 2 minutes. No game misconduct.
Oh, he got a double minor.
Extra. He got a double minor.
He got a misconduct. Excuse me, cross-check. Cross-check and a rough.
So now ASU is going to be on a 5-on-3. And that shot goes into D'Elia's chest.
Well, the funny part now, what did you say they were?
They were 0 for 6 if this one. It's going to be 0 for 7.
0 for 8 maybe? Will they be 0 for 8 because of the...
Yeah, they will be 0 for 8 when it's all said and... Nah, coincidentals, though.
No, because it was a double minor, though, with McGinty.
Right, but one of those is negated. One of them's coincidental because they sent the guy off as well, so I'm pretty sure it's only going to be...
No, they gave McGinty a rough and then Sutton a rough, and they gave McGinty an extra 2 minutes for cross-check. I'll have to figure that one out. I don't know. I almost think it's 0 for 8. Here's some disagreement. And a 6-2 game, we're bantering about what the PK numbers are.
This is how we're going to end this game.
Apparently that's the way this broadcast went. Yeah. Sun Devils will enjoy it regardless. They don't care. Like I said, 19-5 in that period where the shot total is in favor of the Sun Devils.
We'll see how this handshake line goes. It should be okay, as McGinty and Sutton both had to leave the ice to end the game.
Well, it makes sense. We'll get an interview, too, with Coach Powers and the player to wrap up Austin and my broadcast. But again, to reiterate what Austin was saying, with Colorado coming to town, they lost to U of A tonight. Now they fall to 1-5-1 on the season. They're going to come up to take on Arizona State tomorrow and Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. starts, both games. Arizona State currently is 14-0 on the season after the win tonight. Colorado State drops to 3-9 in ACHA play, 7-9 overall this season. So the stick salute as the Sun Devils will enjoy their 4-goal victory on Halloween.
Colin Heckel will give some high fives off the ice. The captain.
Some of the players not dressed also giving some fist bumps to the team as they go in after a 6-goal performance.
I'd love to know what Coach Powers is going to be for Halloween. I don't know if we can get that question on air. But I would love to know what's going to happen. Maybe we can. I'll see if I can do this.
Allison. So we're trying to get Heckel on the call as well. See if he can throw it down. And Sun Devils will enjoy this one. We'll see if we can get both Coach Powers and Heckel both into the bench this time to avoid the Zamboni. So we'll have Heckel jump the boards, and we're going to send it down to Allison Cummings right now.
So the very most important question first is, what are you going to be for Halloween?
You know what? I don't know. It might be like a board game, like Twister or something. I don't know. I got to think about it.
All right, that sounds good. You only have a couple hours. You got to get to it.
We got a game tomorrow and a game Saturday, so it's Saturday night I got to look for.
All right, sounds good. And you are still undefeated. What does that mean to you as the captain?
It's awesome. Anytime you can go this long in the season and remain undefeated, it's a testament to the team as a whole. You know, we have a great group of guys here, and you know, and I hope we stay undefeated for the whole season. But you know, that's a hard road ahead.
And a great group of guys for sure. What are you looking to do tomorrow against Colorado?
A lot of the same stuff. Stay out of the box. You know, I took a couple suspect penalties myself, so stay out of the box, play our systems well, and come out with a lot of effort.
All right, thank you very much. All right. See, next up we have Coach Powers. All right, let's see. All right, so hi, Coach. Good win today. So first and foremost, Eric Rivard's back from an injury. How do you feel he played?
He played great. He does. You know, I'm happy that our guys got to see what Eric's going to bring to our team. You know, he's a mucker. He's a tough guy down low, and he's very deceptively skilled around the net. And he brings us an element that we haven't had, and that I'm really happy that now we do have.
And you guys won against your conference rivals. What were the biggest takeaways for you?
You know, first, I don't understand why you guys keep trying to interview Heckle after the game. That's how ugly the kid is. But I'm just kidding. No, you know, takeaways are just, we'll take another win. You know, I want to see more discipline out of us. I thought that the guy called a lot of penalties both ways, and it really disrupted the flow of the game. And it's just a choppy game, you know. But hopefully we'll be a little cleaner tomorrow.
Gotta tell Heckle to have a bad game. We'll stop interviewing him then. He has consistently good games. But going into tomorrow, what do you really want to have the team come out and perform?
Just clean up the discipline a little bit. And, I mean, our power play looked good, 3 power play goals. And I like the way the lines went. You know, all 4 lines did some good things. And, you know, we're looking good. We're looking good.
Thank you very much, Coach. Back to you guys.
So you heard Coach say Colin Heckle, the ugly mug is what he said. I mean, I'm personally going to disagree with him up here, but
okay. Now the question for the viewers: if Heckle's so ugly, how do we rate in the Heckle scale?
I don't know. I feel a lot lower. I feel like I'm down. And so if Coach thinks Colin Heckle is, I don't know what he thinks about me, but.
Well,
that was a good best line from Coach Powers I think I've ever heard. Actually,
I think so too. I kept laughing the entire interview, and I think Allison's rebuttal went a little bit under the rug. That was pretty. She got to work on those a little bit, but
yeah, she did.
I don't blame her. I mean, Heckle obviously with 2 goals. Yeah, not the best comeback against Coach Powers. He didn't like it either. But Austin, we'll keep this one quick for the post game before we send it off to the intermission group for the full post game report. You mentioned Coach Powers saying Rivard obviously interested in the lineup. The team's lines, we mentioned before the game, they looked incredible on paper. It took them a bit to get going, but then they finally showed. But the veterans are the ones who stepped up. So give us maybe 1 or 2 talking points from the forward lines and how well they were able to shine against Colorado State.
I mean, you got to look at Colin Heckle, Cale Linsky, Brian McGinty. Those 3 have just really turned it on. I mean, I feel like we're, you know, a broken record up here because every goal, you know, one of those 3 is usually involved. And Colin Heckle coming away with 4 points from this game is extremely good for him. It's really Cale Linsky. We haven't really talked about much this year, but usually we have a points battle around this time of the year. Right now, it's all Cale Linsky. So Colin Heckle having to play some catch up here. So really, I mean, everyone's playing really well right now. The lines, as you mentioned, a great lineup, one of the best ones we've seen. Now that everyone's kind of come back from injury, just on paper, it's going to take some time, obviously, for the chemistry to completely click. But you know, ASU had a good game. I think by period by period, they continue to get better. And I think that's really a good takeaway from tonight.
Well, I think that's obviously. I think you hit it right there. I think that's a big taking point away is the fact that they were able to grow in the game, which something that Sun Devils have kind of struggled in the past, especially against NEU. And Powers a bit frustrated with his team after the post game and the last game. I'm frustrated. It wasn't our best game. We know it. Hats off to NEU for keeping it close, but you know that wasn't what I expected out of his team. Now he comes back fully healthy, and he saw more of the Sun Devil team that he expected. But that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. 6-2, the final score in favor of the Sun Devils. Colorado tomorrow at 7:30, Saturday at 7:30. And for the entire crew here at Walter Cronkite Sports Network, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to come back to CronkiteSports.com. All of your Arizona State Sun Devil needs, including the Sun Devil hockey coverage. And obviously my partner, Austin Controlis, my Robin to the Batman, Nick Merrick. We're going to sign off from the booth here on Halloween. Happy Halloween to you guys, but stay tuned for our post-game report with Josh, Brett, and Dominic.
My love for football, you know, it comes from playing in the street as a kid growing up and just seeing how football, you know, always kept me from going to the bad side in life and doing all the bad things that my cousins did. I'm from a rough neighborhood in Long Beach, California, you know, where Snoop Dogg, Warren G, Nate Dogg, all those guys talk about, you know, 21st and Lewis, you know, that's the actual street that I lived on and grew up on, and just seeing the things that went down on that street and in that neighborhood, the gang violence, the drugs, not knowing where I'm gonna lay my head at some nights, not knowing if food is gonna be for sure, or seeing how easily it could have been for me to slip through the cracks and just give it up and just say, man, I'm done with all this stuff. But at the time, it was just something that just told me, don't go down that path. Your life is set to be way better than what it was dealt. It is like a fairy tale just to be here, and I just appreciate it, and I never take a day for granted. I don't take a class for granted, a free book for granted. The way the Sun Devil family has looked out for me and have really cared about me, not just on the field but off the field, and it's something I'll never forget, and every time I put on that Sun Devil uniform, I put it on with great appreciation.
That's really what makes Arizona State University unique, is that in order to really get a good feel for the university, you would have to talk to the people that live there, that play there, that study there, that thrive there. I mean, we do have 4 campuses across the state, and each one's unique and each one's beautiful in their own way, but overall we're one university in many places.
Just the experience through the football, through the professors, through the student body, there's just no other place like this.
Wherever you go, you see pitchforks everywhere, and I loved it when I came here, and I just figured it was meant to be my next home.
We're moving so forward and being so progressive. You look around ASU right now and there's buildings being sprung up, and things happen so quickly, and it's exciting to be part of it.
Everybody who's here wants to do something amazing with their degree, and they all have so much ambition, and it's great to be around that because it brings you up too.
You come to ASU and you can really do anything you want and whatever you want based on what you're passionate about and what you want to do. When you're a Sun Devil, anything's possible.
It's like the best feeling ever, probably what I live for, because you come on stage and then the lights hit you and you can't see the audience at all, really. It's just you and you're doing what you love.
It's almost surreal. Game day comes and it's a really cool feeling, all the adrenaline and all those fans, all those crazy rowdy students waiting for you, and it'll never get old. I still get butterflies to this day because this place really has become a part of me, and I'll always be a Sun Devil. That'll never change.
Being a Sun Devil means pride, it means tradition. We're representing Arizona State by playing softball and going out and getting a national championship for our university.
Motivation for me comes from inspiration. It comes from the people that I've met. It comes from every single patient that I've come across. Every single one of them has touched me in some way, and that has given me fire to go on. And maybe I'm not going to help the entire world, but that doesn't mean I can't touch one person's life.
It's unreal. And I kind of had a dream to use engineering to help people, but I never expected it to happen in my sophomore year of college. And that's all because of ASU here and all the innovation they have that allows the students to actually solve real-world problems.
Everybody strives to be the greatest here. There's a lot of opportunities to go forward, to just be that better person. I gotta say, it's a life-changing experience.
I think the one thing that unites all the campuses at ASU is that we're all just moving. We're moving forward.
We learn about people here. We are one community. We are one student body. We have so much energy. We have so much passion. And I've loved every second of being a Sun Devil.
How do we rise to the challenges before us? Arizona State University.
RefWorks helped me create a bibliography in no time at all. Thanks, RefWorks!
RefWorks helped me get an A on my term paper. What a confidence booster. Thanks, RefWorks.
Once you try RefWorks, you'll never go back.
I use RefWorks daily, and in just 1 week, I lost 10 pounds. Thanks, RefWorks.
Individual results may vary.
How do we educate in a rapidly changing world?
How can we create a sustainable way of life?
How can we teach peace?
Arizona State University. Rise to the challenges before us.
A power play goal from Dolinsky to Heckel and a shorthanded goal from Heckel to Dolinsky. You saw it all tonight as the Arizona State Sun Devils top the Colorado State.
They're the Rams.
Colorado State Rams.
It's the post game that always gets you on the
I don't know
Scott.
why that's going on. The Colorado State Rams 6-2 tonight alongside Brett Deckard and Dominic Catronio. I'm Josh Franz. Guys, what was your big takeaway from tonight?
Well, we saw ASU execute their offense and their defense exactly how they should and how they want to play. They played physical, they played smart, they'd moved the puck around. They dominated Colorado State. They held possession, really a strong effort, and they didn't let Colorado State and the chippiness and all that attitude get to them. There were some things that were said that shouldn't have been said from both sides of the ice, but Arizona State kept their composure. It was good to see.
It was good to see the 2-goal lead actually get bigger as the third period went on. They proved they can close out the games that they should be able to win. We didn't see that last week against Delaware. Granted, the Blue Hens are a much better team than the Rams. No disrespect meant to Colorado State. But still, it's one of those things where you're expected to close out the game, and they went out and did their job.
Yeah, and give the Sun Devils credit. By no means is Colorado State a weak team like the Blue Hens you mentioned from last week, but they were able to get everything done tonight. But let's take a quick look at the standings, and we'll put them on the screen for you. The Sun Devils now 14-0 after tonight, and they're just looking to hold on to the #1 ranking. Who do you think on the list can really challenge the Sun Devils?
Right, well, in their league, they're now 3 points above Arizona. I don't see anybody challenging them. I mean, we saw how well they played against U of A. Nobody in their division will be able to stop them. Oklahoma might pose a threat. You got some teams in there, but really Arizona State should be able to run away with this league.
Exactly. I mean, Arizona's the only one really within striking distance, too. And you still got 2 more series against U of A, 1 in Tucson and 1 back here to finish out the season at Oceanside.
Right, that first series didn't even count into these standings as of right now.
Exactly. So there's still plenty of time for things to happen. Things can go awry. Hopefully they don't. But especially, I mean, there's a lot of emotion going on when you're playing in the Territorial Cup, the rivals from down south, whether you go down there or whether you're right here. You want to continue to streak 34 straight. You know, it's just something that ASU just is known for doing, beating up on the rivals.
They take a lot of pride in it. As you mentioned, 34 in a row. So the Sun Devils have dominated that rivalry to this point. But back to tonight, guys. Who is your MVP of the evening?
I'm going to give it to Captain Canada, Colin Heckel. 2 goals in the night. A little slip up there with that 4-minute penalty. You don't like to see that from Captain. But he was a good leader out there, played physical, played smart. The vision every time, and we talk about it all game long. You're just watching him play. It's how does he see that guy on the ice? He's not a guy that you just look at him. He's like, oh, he's got so much skill, but he goes out and does everything well. Once again, almost every game, Colin Heckel, player of the game.
He's the captain, of course, but you know it is Halloween, and we haven't really done the whole costume thing. So my MVP is a superhero. Superman is going to go to Eric Rivard. First game back on the ice tonight for the Sun Devils after that shoulder surgery he had. Comes out, doesn't skip a beat. He had his first career goal. He's all over the ice. He's laying down hits, making really crisp passes. He had a fantastic game. So he's not my MVP. He's my Superman on Halloween night.
Very cute.
Very clever there, Dominic. But
you mean Clark?
Okay, Clark Kent. Very nicely done. So now we move on. And the Sun Devils are going to take on the University of Colorado Buffaloes the next 2 days. What do you guys expect to see out of the Sun Devils as we move forward?
Well, it's always interesting to see when we have 3 games like this on a weekend. Coach Greg Powers likes to move things around and switch up the lines. Might see some guys sit, some more. Rivard will definitely be playing again, get some more playing time. We'll probably see Levin in net rather than D'Elia like tonight. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out and with, as you said, we're going to see their depth, see if they can step it up against some lower tiered opponents.
Well, at the end of tonight's game, I noticed Coach Powers yelling from the bench, yelling at guys to hustle back when their line was done. That's something you don't want to see heading into a weaker opponent. I mean, guys thinking they've already won the game, and it's definitely something around morale. And we've already seen Coach Powers is able to lay down the hammer after suspending 9 players. I mean, no big deal there.
Yeah.
So I just don't want to see the Sun Devils come out flat these next 2 games and make sure that they can, keep the tempo up, prove that, look, we know we're the #1 team. This is how we're going to play it, and we're not worried about anything, but we're still going to play hard no matter who we're playing.
And you're not going to stay at the #1 seed if you don't win the games that you're supposed to win. That's what the best teams do. Win the games you're supposed to win, and win the games you're supposed to lose.
And they win those games by hustling and playing all 60 minutes.
Right, the Sun Devils need to take care of business the next 2 nights, do what they're supposed to do, and come out with wins, and then everything's in preparation for next Thursday night as they take on the second-ranked Minot State team. So who knows what will happen then, but that'll do it for the end of our post-game report for Brett Deckert and Clark Kent. I'm Josh Franz. Be sure to join us tomorrow night when Arizona State takes on the University of Colorado Buffaloes at 7:30. This has been a WCSN broadcast of ASU Hockey, and we'll see you tomorrow night.